Hey, give me money. YouTube memberships. Become a member of my weirdo empire. Just 99 cents a month, you can become Max Thrasher the Bounty Hunter yourself. Special badges, shoutouts at the beginning of the streams, and you get to feel good about yourself. For $4.99 a month, you can join the Erotic Eric Fontaine tier. All those other perks, plus once a month, you can join me and our friends for a special not quite wrestling live stream where we watch something that's kinda like wrestling, but not quite. And for $9.99 a month, you can play Armstrong Bingo with us. It's all that other stuff, plus once a year, you can select what we watch on Off the Grid. Just don't make it porn, don't make it something that'll get me a copyright strike. Please send a link because I don't want to do work. I'm lazy. Get on YouTube now, support me, I'll thank you later. Literally, I will thank you. And until we can fix capitalism, this is the best I can do.
Here on KBS.
The day of the hairy freak, when the fat slob is practically gone.
Look at us. We did it again. Another 7 days round the sun. Welcome, WCW Deep Cuts Live. My name is Tom. My name, right there. Okay. And see, if I put up my hand, you can barely see it. It's right there. That's my name. Hello to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club, aka the chat. Hello. So again, WCW Deep Cuts Live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We gather to watch the quote-unquote forgotten television classics from World Championship Wrestling in the 1990s. Thanks to everybody in the Erotic Eric Fontaine Fan Club. Kind words on the new intro. The gentleman, Mr. Casey, who performed the previous song, was like, hey, could you stop using it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I can stop. So I found a song in the YouTube audio library that I liked. And I'm like, you know what? I haven't changed the intro in a year and a half. So I've changed it. It's changed. Fresh coat of paint. Because Off the Grid is also getting a fresh coat of paint. We'll get into that later. Yeah. And also shout out to everybody who's got the nice words about the hat. Shout out to Stash Pages for hooking me up with the hat. As well as the Masquerita Sagrada socks that I'm wearing. No offense, nobody pays enough for my foot videos, so I won't be putting my feet up on the table, but hey, they're pretty sweet socks. So yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Here in a moment, we'll be watching WCW Saturday Night for May 15th, 1995, but before we do so, LuchaFeet.net, hey, that's Brian's whole deal. Yeah. Speaking of Brian, he's a member of my weirdo empire, aka my YouTube members. Again, Brian Dermody, the man, the myth, the legend. Big thank you. Mish Spiffy, Troy 11, David Syracuse, everybody's friend Jonathan Mayer, Scott Keith, Hidden Track, Izzy McClure, Jason Honeycutt, Bart Master Supreme, Kin Terminated DQ, JT Jacob, Kenny Brintix Maximus, Champagne and JD, The Suzanimal, Adam Suzanne, Yankee Hako 4, Peyton Andrews, Adam Simon, Brent Clark, Anthony Marola, let's see, Stephen J. Neptune Man, Bam Dog, Sean Fox, Jesse Jamie, Impo, Wild Woobs, Brandon Stevenson, Casual Villainy, Dyma Bauer, Ninja Tyler Black, Active Graves, Mark Webster, Justin aka The Buddha Bull, Unpop, Sean O'Connell, Coops Footy Vids, get much better than Koopy's Foot Vids, D. Cribs, Brando H, Ojio Del Santo Gold, Kubla 1972, Philip Romaine, Joseph Dowd, Judas Effect, Ghost of Burt Prentice, Generic Footy Fan, Cloud121D, Joshua Kuhn, King Coop, Edsel Mask, David, Will Hall, Jeff Landry Comedy, advocate of Enochiism, rolling golem, Connecticut white cotton panties fan, Canyon 31, and our newest member, Michael Collins. So if you're checking this out on YouTube, yeah, go ahead and become a member if you can. It's always appreciated. Starts as low as 99 cents a month, all the way up to $10. $10 a month. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what I was even thinking. I was looking at Refs' Wizards comment. Yeah, no, it was copyright free, and now it is not. So I'm not gonna argue. It's his music. It's his right to make money on it. So hell yeah. And yeah, it was a hard choice to get rid of Mike Tenay. Bringing this next, I'll probably bring it back in the future. I wanted to pay tribute to our buddy Jeff Gant's father, the Gambler. Get him in there. We don't include the Gambler enough. Speaking of including folks, including all of you lovely folks, I hope to include you in the Discord. tinyurl.com/Discord for Tom Green. Get in there. The chat goes on all week long. All sorts of lovely faces and names from this chat right here are in that one over there. So go check that out. Get in the Discord free of charge. Absolutely $0 to be in the Discord. All sorts of great fans. Great fans. Because fans are people. Pals. Your eroticists. Without any further ado, we're like 6 minutes into this. And we haven't watched a damn ounce of wrestling. What do you say we fix that? What do you say? Also, I'll say it again a few times during the stream. Off the Grid will be on Friday again this week because of that motherfucker Paul Levesque holding his WrestleMania on Sunday. So, Off the Grid will be on Friday this week. And here in a bit, we'll find out what the hell we're going to be watching. So, let's go. So always let me know how my audio is versus that audio. Yeah, it's a nice problem to have, Jonathan. Friday at 9, yep. Friday at 9. Be Off the Grid, 9 p.m. Eastern. I can't assume everybody's in my time. Should I be louder? Should it be louder? Here, I'm going to make both of us louder.
Engage cybernetic generation sequence.
I'm glad, Yankee Hawk. That's what I'm going for. Perfect. Awesome.
Malfunction detected. System
Sorry, I got a bit of a hiccup issue. Don't know why. Hello, Peter Crawford. Hello. Glad to have you here. Hiccups are the fucking worst. I think we should outlaw them.
Many people are saying the odds just stacked against us. But listen to this, Vader, AA, Goliath.
I've not found. I think maybe somebody did at some point.
Got stars and stripes. Arn Anderson, the enforcer.
But I forget.
I
love that Vader took the top off for this promo and then put it back on for his match. Hey, Ebenezer, I was about to give you a shout out, actually, Ebenezer. Thank you so much for the follow here a second ago. Rai Play Stuff, hello. Thank you for the follow as well. As well as Jedi Skull. Thank you for the follow. And Therapy, hello to Therapy. Therapy says hello to Tom and friends. I say hello to Therapy. Yeah, thank you for upping your sub. Those were some nude-ass promos.
Vader and Arn Anderson together against Stars and Stripes, but we are all on pins and needles right now, Gene, because
and to answer Peter, I'm pretty sure this was one of the final Stars and Stripes matches. I'm pretty sure Patriot is gone from WCW soon after this.
Ric Flair getting reinstated into WCW.
I could speculate, and that's all I can do. As you know, the meeting is going on right now.
All you can do, Gene, is speculate?
Everybody knows that Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man, Randy Savage, desperately
that might
want,
be better.
but ain't your boy Ric Flair
Trying to
back
center
this.
myself.
I don't know if
Nice.
that's going to have any influence on the board of the governors, but
The board of the
it
governors.
should be very interesting indeed.
Well, I'm a direct headset to the office right now. My man is standing outside.
I don't know
with
if
the camera.
Brian was
As soon
drinking
as
much
I
at
get
center
word,
stage.
he'll
He
show you
was
what's
definitely
happening
drinking at
from there.
Nitro.
They just called for a stenographer to walk in. I understand Hogan and Savage are both in the office.
Yes, we learned in that
As soon as
commercial
the
last
clock
week.
wiggles,
You had to be on a
meeting's been
potted
going on, but as soon
plant
as we get word,
or in a
then we'll
locker.
know.
I would bet that your man has got a glass up against the door of the wall, right?
Huh?
Forget it. Brain, please.
We have a tremendous program.
Brain,
Plus,
please.
We'll be going to the Slamboree Control Center with Mean Gene later on.
That's going to be coming up in the greater Tampa Bay area. Circle this date, Sunday, May the 21st, along with the Legends Reunion, Tony.
And 5 men will be inducted into WCW.
I love how you could give Bobby Heenan any prop, and he'll make it. He'll make a bit. Very, very. He's a good improviser. Here we go, Alex Wright coming to the ring. I agree, Bobby Heenan is better than Carrot Top.
Professional wrestler, Das Wunderkind, Alex.
Hey, look, those people totally were not paid to be here.
Alex Wright in the opening bout, and Brain, will you put your other headset
Hey, big bratwurst indeed. Would have wanted a drinking contest, Gene or Gordon Soley. I'd say whichever doctor met with him at the ER afterwards. I agree, refs as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Los Angeles, California, Hollywood.
Bobby Starr, Hollywood Bob Starr. Frequent enhancement wrestler, one of the skeezier ones. I bet those kids got picked on so hard going back to school Monday. What were you doing on TV? Yeah.
And the all-important vote on the reinstatement of Ric Flair is still in this program. Stay with it. Plus, we will have Vader and Arn Anderson
That's
against
Hollywood,
Starr
Florida,
in
Bobby
the main
Starr,
event
yes.
tag team in this bout. In this program, Brain.
I can't wait to get a phone call. I can't wait to hear what's going on. You know, Hogan's in there. Savage is in there. They got a stenographer in
Oh,
there.
that was wishful thinking by Alex Wright, thinking that Bob Starr could base for him on that.
They've got to reinstate Ric
Yeah, that's
Flair.
we do have to put down the Kurt Cobain measuring stick when it comes to wrestling hairstyles and gimmicks. Kurt Cobain had been dead for a year, and we still got guys dressing like it's 1987.
Shoulder block takedown by Alex Wright. Over the top goes Alex. And a big
Oh.
kick on Starr. Starr goes down hard. Alex up to meeting once again. And a takeover.
It's down the hall. It's on the right by the water cooler.
What are you looking for? Directions to the men's room or something?
My man
Referee
can't find
Jimmy
me.
Jett with the long sleeves. As we've determined before, if you're the referee wearing long sleeves, chances are it's very problematic
Would you stay
tattoos.
focused here?
Well, I'm trying to do the job of two
It's
people.
going to air in this program, Brain, and I want to tell the fans it's going to
The
air in
Doyle
this
rules
program,
looking ass.
okay?
Bobby Starr. That's a good
Right
one.
head like
I
Jimmy
like
Jett
that.
is the
Gravy
referee
line.
sign. In the opening bout here on Saturday night, we have the Pitbull Craig Pittman. Ming will be here.
Yeah, that's
Blue
quite the
Blood,
mullet on old
Big
Bobby
Bubba, and
Starr.
much more.
I like those blue bloods.
Yeah, Bob Starr was all over WCW and WWE TV
With the
in
class
the
and the finesse
90s.
of his lordship Steven Regal and the tag team ability and knowledge that the Earl of
He
Eastman
looked
knows.
so rotten that it made everybody else look
Starr
better.
crossbody block, Alex Wright. Got a 2 count, and Starr kicks away in 2.
Well, the disco dummy here is still
A
undefeated.
cravat, pour one out
The
for Chris
Wonder Kid Alex
Hero.
Wright with a 3/4 Nelson on. Snapmare takeover and a reverse chin
What's
lock
longer,
applied.
How's he gonna take
Bobby
his
Starr's
first
mullet
defeat?
or Alex's
Will he start
bratwurst?
chewing on the end of a blanket? Will he start crying?
Genuinely
Will he have an
tough
accident?
question. I
mean,
think
what's gonna
Bob Starr's
happen to his
mullet.
I don't
Can he
know.
take
I'm just
defeat? Is he
picturing
gonna be able
Alex
to
Wright's
experience
dick
this?
on the back of
that's a good
Bob Starr's
point.
head. By the
Will
way,
that crush him? I mean,
I forgot to bring it up in the intro.
He's become very
I got a very funny
popular.
YouTube comment. Some of you might have seen this
Is the whole world gonna
about last
crumble
week's
when somebody
episode
gets his tail? And it's gonna happen.
from someone
We'll
who was
also
very
give you the
concerned
pairings for the US tournament
about the ass eating
coming up in
comment.
this program.
If you were not here last week, we had a discussion on who on the 1996
And the
WCW
tournament, of course,
roster
kicks off next
did we
week
think
on Saturday
ate
night.
ass.
And I'm sure
And
Alex considered,
somebody was
being
very
one of the
upset about
16-man right hand.
As well, they were very upset about the Nick Patrick talk.
Alex pounding
They
away.
did not. They hated the fact that we just kept bringing up
Bobby Starr.
Nick Patrick so much. They were scared that I was going to lose sponsorship opportunities.
To win that U.S. title.
LOL. Yeah, I joked it was Nick Patrick. I believe the gentleman's actually from Austria.
I don't think so.
But it could have been Nick Patrick using a VPN.
Spin wheel kick right on target, Alex Wright. A lot of determination in this.
I just thought it was very funny.
On top of
There we go, German suplex. Surprised him with it, too.
And a 2 count.
Wow! Bob Starr kicks out of Alex Wright's finisher.
Well, the fans
Wow!
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. He can't dance. He's not a good-looking guy. He's tall. He's agile. He can fly through
This
the air.
email picknatrick@AOL.com. I'm sure Nick Patrick has an AOL
If
email.
that's all his credentials, you might as well like a picture.
There we go. Alex Wright wins.
Alex Wright, the Wonderkin.
Grabbing rope with one hand, spurting rope with the other. That's what I
I
said.
don't know why. I can't understand it.
I love the one model that didn't get the hint that they're supposed to walk away after he does his entrance. We don't need you anymore. Hanging out still.
He likes those aerial moves. Nails his ham and egg good right in the chops.
Right in the chaps.
So much for the disco dummy.
The winner, Alex Wright, standing by for BG.
Alex Wright in ECW, I genuinely think would be very.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen Das Wunderkind, Alex
I think
Wright.
Alex Wright would have done very well in ECW. By the way, that's not what Sweat looks like.
The big United States tournament
He's
is
dry
taking place
from
right
here
on
to
TBS.
here,
I don't know if
and then he's got
Alex
I can't
will
believe
have
it's
the
not
bearings
butter
a little bit
spray
later in this
on his
telecast.
all
But
over his
Alex,
body.
The reception you're getting around World Championship Wrestling these days has got to be a delight for you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, Alex Wright would have been a great heel.
I get the big shot at the
ECW.
TV title, and I know it's the biggest chance in my life, and I'm really prepared for it. And I just want to say to Arn Anderson, if you just watch the match,
If you
will see
choose
that
to
I'm
watch the
prepared for
match.
you. I know what I have to expect from you because I wrestled you a few times before. So when I step in the rings this time, it won't be that you're gonna be saved by somebody else at his 3 count.
Poor
I'm gonna
guy.
be ready for you.
Alex, I got a favor to ask you. I haven't been
He's
traveling
learning
on the road
English
that much
still, and
lately.
they're making him cut all these
Quite
promos.
candidly, I got to make a little time here. Can you show me how to dance?
Sure, I can show you.
Sure.
No, well, we won't do it right here. I like
He looks like a
the
Culkin.
Holiday Inn coming up next week. Stay tuned.
Alex Wright does.
More exciting action
I
coming
don't
up
know
here on
if
TBS
Paul would have done a
on
Nazi
Saturday
gimmick with them. On one hand, Paul is genuinely sensitive about the Holocaust because, he's a child of a Holocaust survivor. On the other hand, Skull Von Crush, aka Big Vito, did a Nazi gimmick in ECW for a bit. He was the leader of the new movement.
It's got 8 incredible options. Like
8 incredible options.
And one of my great Hulk messages. There's always something new.
What would his Hulk messages be?
Call now at
Brooke Teeny, don't marry that producer.
Cost $1.49 per minute. Kids get parents' permission.
I need to write a FAQ for the Erotic Eric Fontaine fan club. It would have just been slurs.
Miami for a big-time Monday night matchup.
Oh, we are late enough in the deal that I was going to say Alex Wright. No, Michael Jordan is 45.
The Bulls meet the Heat Monday at 7:30 Eastern, only on TBS. Michael is back, and TBS has
See, I think Vince Russo would have been more likely to turn Alex into a Nazi than Paul Heyman.
Did you see Snap? Stab it with Slim Jim.
I love the WWF version of this commercial where they contractually had to air it, but Macho left the company. So they shot a scene with Kevin Nash at TV, clearly in the promo room, crudely spliced into that commercial.
Just spray it on.
Just spray it on.
Imagine Macho Man just materializing like that in your work.
Just spray it on.
Macho Man showing up in my office.
That's it?
That's it.
Quicksilver wheel
Yeah, I need a
cleaner.
copy.
It's your sister's recital.
They tried to make Bam Bam the face of Slim Jims. They tried to make Kevin Nash the face of Slim Jims. It just didn't work.
Since Twix gives you chewy caramel twice, milk chocolate twice, and that great cookie crunch twice, you get
All
one
those
great
teenagers that want to be accountants.
after another.
I don't even think it works with LA Knight. He's not goofy.
As refreshing as its rushing waters.
Like he's a goof, but he's not a goofy.
Mountain lakes. A beer as pure as Canada itself. Molson, the best of Canada since 1786.
2 weeks ago, when
I love to swing my shirt over my head.
2-4, 2 against, 1 abstention. Here's what happened 2 weeks ago in the boardroom.
At this point, he is retired, and this will take a vote by the Executive Board of World Championship Wrestling, and we're going to take that vote right now, and I want to immediately go to Mr. Gary Juster for both your vote and any
Gary
comments you might
Juster,
have.
longtime promoter,
and his career. However,
friend of my pal Ian Riccaboni.
In October, that he would retire if he lost.
I don't remember the towel swinging guy from
TNA.
TNA.
Honor that commitment, and therefore I would vote no on the reinstatement.
Okay, so 1 no. Now, Tatiana de Paz of Spain.
Tatiana de
please,
Paz.
and your vote.
Again, I say no. Mr. Flair is retired, and I will not vote against that. My vote
So all of these
is no.
people either worked for WCW for real or for Turner.
Dieter Krap of Germany.
That's his real name, by the way, Dieter Krap.
After what has happened during the last weeks,
Dieter Krap, funny story I learned. There was a WCW executive, I forget his name, but he wrote some articles for ProWrestlingStories.com about touring with WCW when they were in Germany. And one of the stories was about how Dieter Krap was on tour with the boys.
the return of Ric Flair is a good
And
idea. Yes, of course.
it was a well-known thing, apparently, that he was Sherri Martel's German boyfriend.
Mr. Bach,
And
I've
they
decided to
had a
abstain
habit
from my
of just
decision at
fucking
this
out
time.
in the open,
That is
like
an
at
abstention.
shows.
You've just heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
That is Sonny
That
Ono, is,
2 for, 2 against, and 1 abstention.
Kinsuke
meaning that no
Ishikawa.
action can be taken.
Again, this
on
I did a
request,
short about
and
this.
things will stay
This is
status
the
quo.
first of, or the second of 3 different personas Sonny Ono did in the same year. He was Sonny Ishikawa, Kinsuke Ishikawa, and Sonny Ono. I think there was a 4th, actually. But they were all, it was all like morphed, like versions of Sonny Ono or Kinsuke Ishikawa. Here we go. Sergeant Craig Pittman. My dude. I love. I don't think they did Kinsuke Ono. Yeah, where's Power Udi to vote? Power Udi would have voted himself. Oh shit! He's excited.
4 feet away from the door.
Ah, Mr. Excitement. John Taylor.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Hey, there's Waldo.
Wow. Some good-looking kids here.
Mr. Excitement fucking
Yeah.
rules.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
You know he gave himself that nickname.
This Pittman is mean.
Well, you're not kidding.
He's like the he's like the of like all the dads at his kids' school. He's like the crazy one, the funny one.
Just to torture himself to watch them be tortured. That's my kind of guy.
Yeah, boy, I guess it is.
This was before Major Pain,
And he certainly
I believe. I think Major Pain came out mid '95. Either way, I'm pretty sure this. Oh, that was a sweet suplex. Craig Pittman rules. Yes, Pittman was a legit shooter. He almost fought in the UFC. I did a short about that about 1.5 years ago. Speed is ridiculous. Yeah, he did. He wrestled Alexander Karelin. It's on YouTube. Mr. Excitement is awesome, but also he's getting killed. Nick Patrick's the referee. I don't think he's had time to touch a rope. That is a legit military slogan. Pittman was just wearing the shirts he got in the Marines on TV. Like, this isn't ring gear. This is just shit he wore on the battlefield. Let go of the rope, Nick Patrick.
about the whereabouts.
Look at that John Cena bald spot on Mr. X.
Well, let's put it this way. Until I get that phone call confirmed, yes, I do know where he supposedly is at, and what great luck has happened to this man.
For the core, I'm going to break this man's arm for the core. Mr. Excitement has become an enemy of the Marine Corps.
Here at WCW. I'm going to have to increase my staff. I'm going to have to up my budget.
Yeah, Sonny Ono's personality is Kazuo Sonny Ono. That was the uncensored character. Kazuo Ishikawa, I believe that was the Collision in Korea commentator. Kinsuke Ishikawa was the member of the board of directors, and Sonny Ono.
Woody to be over there at the office. Woody Pierce.
Paying Woody?
You're not paying him a cent, are you?
He's just jerking off Mr. Excitement's arm.
It's good enough for him. No one ever mentions his name without a couple words before and a couple after.
Nick Patrick has grabbed the rope a couple of times, but I feel like he's not grabbed it as much as he was last week. I feel like he has more respect for the Marines than to do that. Like, Craig Pittman was before his time. If he would have come around, anytime from like 99, 2000 on, they would have like really embraced wherever he landed. They would have really embraced him being just a fucking sick in the head drill sergeant. And Nick Patrick time traveled from 1996 to last week to here and was like, I'm gonna let go of the ropes. So he was grabbing it here. Craig Pittman, here's the thing. A lot of goofy facial reactions, but a lot of work in the camera, which is good. But somebody clearly told him, hey, we need you to just be a goofy cartoon character. When he clearly could have been like a sweet-ass shoot-style wrestler.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead. The crease in the back of the shirt. Can't read everything by the period and the exclamation mark. What more can I say about Mr. Excitement?
Sonny Ono is in Iowa. He's also an agent for like a half dozen different Japanese wrestlers now. For autograph signings.
Goodbye, Mr. Excitement.
And hello to the pit bull standing by with Mean Gene.
Fans who've just seen him in action. He is Sergeant Craig.
Yeah, I looked into that. We might have a rope counter in the future for old Nick Patrick. I didn't have enough time this week to with changing all the aesthetics of the screen. I didn't have enough time to make a counter. We might have one for the next couple of weeks.
I'll be in the tournament if I want to be in the tournament.
I was just.
You understand?
Well, of course I understand.
Yeah, I'll be in the tournament if I want to be. Maybe I don't want to win championships. Maybe I don't know what the point of being a wrestler is.
And I want to pay you a compliment. You have done exceedingly well.
I've been reconning the area, and I've seen a lot of wrestlers out there, and I see what's going on around here, and I'll tell you what, it looks good for the pit bull.
Oh.
All right, we want to name any names here?
Reconning the area. I fucking love
Well,
it.
let's just start right at the top. All objectives.
Like, I wish they would have sent him over for an excursion to New Japan.
Savage. How about him? What do you think? You want some? The pit bull is.
Could you imagine Craig Pittman doing all the suplexes to Randy Savage? Yeah, you would only have to tweak this just a little bit, and he would go from fucking hilarious to, like, genuinely scary.
I've had a meeting of the minds. Later on tonight, we're gonna have a meeting of the bodies. Sorry, you gotta be on our maiden voyage.
I love that Arn Anderson's actually trying to cut a good promo, and then Vader in the background.
Maybe it was a Baby Ruth, the caramel, the nougat.
By the way, shout out to Dark Side of the Ring for getting Joe Thurman.
Baby Ruth from Nestle.
The Vader episode.
Get you going.
Joe Thurman looks great, by the way.
Lots of A&W root beer. Oh, and a 42
Like, Joe Thurman
carry it home. Like
looks better than he did in 1992.
This BMW touring cycle with sidecar. Or
Yeah, he did look younger. Yeah.
tandem bicycle with twice the power of a
The only thing I hate, and I know there's time constraints, I hate that they went from Vader got fired from the Vader left the WWF, and then 30 seconds later he's dead.
Teams up with
Like,
the world's smartest dog.
Man, that dog is some kind of hero, you know that?
Yeah, so I've been told.
Find out at a theater near you as law enforcement's most dynamic new duo takes a bite out of crime. Chuck Norris.
Sit.
Top Dog.
Top Dog.
Good dog. Good Jake.
Rated PG-13.
Why did Chuck Norris need to wear that open of his shirt in a movie about a cop and a dog?
But I have to decide on breakfast, so I go to Burger King and get a flaky croissant sandwich, hash browns and coffee for just $1.99.
They did talk about Orndorff,
do I
yes.
get to stay or to go?
But it was very, like, in passing thing. Like, yeah, he got his ass kicked and then he ended up in the WWF.
And lusciously
like, real quick.
And comes already whipped, just like homemade. You want Duncan Hines raspberries and cream flavor frosting. Duncan Hines, hot stuff.
Sure, it was just too scared to be that button that close to the
flavored with garlic, onions, and spices. But it happens, bad breath. I can eat what I want because of Breath Assure, the internal breath freshener.
They're trying to sell mints via 800
All
number.
natural Breath Assure is long
Major Pain was released
Swallow
like 2 weeks before this, according to IMDb. Yeah, Sergeant Craig Pittman was on TV before that.
For $19.95, call 800-257-1234. Call now. That's 800-257-1234.
The Peanut
Great
Guy.
looking nursing home.
Steel sign. And the fastball up and in. It's all coming back to you. And TBS is the best seat in the house for the Braves and the Yankees. Live at 1:05 Eastern Sunday on TBS.
Yeah, TBS was just a happening place for sports back then. Here we go. Totally real control center. Absolutely real room with all these automatically folding screens.
Right around the corner as World Championship Wrestling heads
Slamboree.
to the Tampa Bay area.
What a great name for a wrestling show. Slamboree.
May the 21st, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It is Slamboree.
I don't think they ever said this was backstage in any of the shows. I think they were cognizant enough to realize that nobody would believe
See later in this telecast if the Board of Governors will be
the Board of Governors.
And of course, induction of 5 more men into the WCW Hall of
Oh my God,
Fame.
that phone is not plugged in. That's amazing.
More on that in a moment.
Gene, come on,
Action
buddy.
already signed for Slamboree. Pits the tremendously popular
Sting will wrestle
in
a
lights-out
chauffeur.
match against the terribly dangerous individual known as Big Bubba. In addition, WCW Tag Team Champions.
Why did somebody tell Harlem Heat to put on hoods?
They'll give the Nasty Boys
Their
one
fucking
last chance
promo
at
pic
the
there.
titles. That'll happen at Slamboree. I've got all 4 men standing by. Right now, let's hear from the champs.
You know my brother and my sister, we got the Nasty Boys one last
Why are we
time.
playing
And
their
it's not
music?
sad because I like whooping these
Why?
guys. So Nasty Boys, come May 21st,
Doot.
Slamboree, Sunday,
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
First Florida. You gonna get the last whooping of your life, and also the best.
And guess what? The Hall of Hangover is gonna be.
I love to stand here and rub my brother's traps while he talks shit about the Nasty Boys. No, they were not Kane and Corn. I wish they were Kane and Corn. No, they were Booker and Stevie. They were Kane and... I don't think they were Kane and Corn or Kane and Cole too far into 1994.
Nasty Boys are coming to town, and we're leaving the World Tag Team Champions.
I don't like the music beds.
That's right, Stevie Ray, Booker T, and Skaggy Sherry.
Skaggy. That feels like I know it's not an actual curse word, but Skaggy just seems like something you shouldn't be allowed to say on TV. Like, it seems like a curse word. It's not, but it seems like one. Yeah, Muda was in America to get knee surgery and was like, hey, will you book me? And they're like, sure. And he's like,
with Wahoo McDaniel. Speaking of the legend,
and then they expected him to have a good match. She's like Boss Skaggs. You know, those two people that are exactly alike Boss Skaggs and Sherri Martel.
Pedro Morales, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Hero
Skaggy Krap.
Just the beginning.
That's what they called that couple I was talking about earlier.
5 inductees into the WCW Hall of Fame is none other than the great Native American superstar, Wahoo McDaniel. McDaniel, the former Miami
Wahoo McDaniel,
player
pictured here,
who made the
surprised.
Transition into professional wrestling. Of course, as
Gene
time goes on,
Gene
we're gonna
does
have
look
more
like he's
matches
hosting
and
Space
more
Ghost.
legends to
Could you
announce
imagine Gene
for
Okerlund
Slamboree.
like being the Ed McMahon of Space Ghost, Ghost to Ghost. That'd be so good. Why didn't they do it? Muta and Orndorff is not that good. Just FYI, Michael. It's very boring. Because, like I said, Muta was in America for knee surgery.
During my exclusive hotline report as to who I think will be inducted into the WCW Hall of Fame.
Speculate.
We already know about Wahoo McDaniel.
God, who would Gene? I think that we're gonna induct Vince McMahon.
I can't talk about it here on the air, but I will cover it during my hotline report.
We're gonna induct a dead 42-year-old world champion.
9900, $1.49 a minute. Give me a call tonight.
Yeah, why didn't Bobby Heenan ever do Space Ghost? That was such a wasted opportunity.
Ham and cheese and a crispy crust.
That would have been great.
Try lean pockets.
You knew they were in on wrestling because, like, Hogan and Savage both. Yeah, Gordon Soley quit after Slamboree because of the whole Angel Apofo thing, because he was like a outlaw territory guy. And Gordon's like, he wasn't an NWA WCW Hall of Famer. Gordon was also pissed because they inducted Big John Studd, who was all over the news because he had died and they blamed steroids on it.
Wahoo McDaniel, who will be inducted into the WCW Hall of Fame during the ceremonies at Slamboree. The pay-per-view event, of course, is coming your way on Sunday.
I love how proud Colonel Parker is of Meng.
At 7 o'clock Eastern Time on pay-per-view, originating from the Bayfront Center in St. Petersburg. And Brain, we do understand this Monday that tickets will go on sale first thing in the
Colonel
morning.
Parker with his large Tongan son.
To be part of Slamboree.
Oh, wow, Barry Hardy jumping ship. Barry Hardy, longtime WWF enhancement guy. Wow. Just offered him $400 instead of $300 jobs here.
Bubba lights out. Alex Wright, Arn Anderson for the TV title. Nasty Boys will get one more shot against Harlem. It's going to be a big night. The Great Muta comes from Japan.
Yeah, Ming's whole aesthetic at this time is like very chill, almost lo-fi. And then the bell rings and he fucking kicks your head off. They just chill.
And now Meng against Barry
There's that one vignette we watched where he's just hanging out by a river.
Start the offense against Meng. You can't wait on Meng.
Barry Hardy, the Marty Jannetty of Dwayne Kills.
5 seconds. That's right.
Oh. Somebody shoot off an aircraft gun.
Meng sending Hardy in and
oh boy, that was in the jaw. That was in the jaw. That was sick. I love it. It was sweet.
Meng has literally kicked his head off. 1, 2.
Not literally, Tony. I love you, but not literally. His head is right there. I love that they send 3 referees out. Nick Patrick is like, motherfucker, I was grabbing my rope in the locker room and they call me out here. I would not be surprised if he was actually unconscious. The other referees are getting rid of him and Nick's like holding onto the rope. You guys got this one? Okay. Oh! That was sick.
This man is so tough, so powerful, and knows what he's doing. Look at Mr. Hardy right now. He's counting sheep.
His head snapped in a way that you don't snap back when you're like not getting kicked for. Like Patrick grabbing his rope while looking at an old picture and missing.
Let's go to Gene.
Fans who've just seen him in action, he is the big man Meng, the former bodyguard, now turned wrestler for Colonel Robert Parker. This man is going to be in that big United States tournament, and you seem to be delighted.
According to Wikipedia, Barry was actually knocked out by the kick. I'm not surprised. I mean, if a kick's going to knock somebody out, it's going to be that one. This is before Great American Bash 95. That was the June pay-per-view where they did Sting versus Meng. God, I love Colonel Parker. I came out here. I don't think so. I want to say I watched a Sherri interview from before she passed where she said her and Rob were like good friends, but they never crossed that line. But Sherri totally fessed up to doing it with other guys. So, like, she was not ashamed of it, but just her and Rob didn't do it. So. She was getting pounded in the crop, like I told you before. Yeah, do you think, like, in the locker room, when Colonel Parker and Alex Rudd are getting undressed, do you think Nick Patrick would, like, just, you know what I mean?
Probably never seen me do it, have you?
Why wouldn't you take your hat off?
I might take it off to a lady, but I never met one. But one thing I will take my hat off to.
Like, if somebody tried to do the Colonel Parker gimmick today, it would get shit on so much because nobody else could do it and have it be remotely grounded. I'm not saying this is grounded, but I'm saying the way that Robert Fuller did it, I could believe that guy. Whereas, like, anybody in wrestling today doing it, they'd come off like a bad improv character.
TBS presents movies for guys who love.
That's awesome, Low Dog.
Tonight, Christopher Reeve
is
on a mission.
Very jealous. I got a backpack from Sting last year at a convention.
Yes, sir. It's your old friend Lex. And he's got a nuclear weapon of his own. Discovered a way to
WCW just loved the bad stereotypes.
Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
I'm not a superhero guy, and even I know that.
Only on TBS.
No reason. Don't apologize for being late, Robot Overlord. It's life. You're here. You've got plenty of time, plenty of show.
You know, Simon, step into a Slim Jim.
And the pitch to Babe Ruth. How does he do it?
Maybe it was the caramel, the nougat, the peanut-packed power of a Baby Ruth.
The Babe's first.
Maybe it's human growth hormone.
Baby Ruth from Nestle. This baby gets you going.
That's gross.
We're at McDonald All-Star Showdown. Sylvester is surrounded. He breaks through. He scores.
I am going to Skirt Circle Expo next weekend, Friday and part of Saturday. Yes, I will be at Squirt Circle Expo with my son, Noli. I'll be getting to meet all the stars that he asked for. I will be at the Black Label Pro Show that night also.
Michael Jordan's McBacon Deluxe.
And we'll be there Saturday to
the temperature of your mouth.
See those who didn't get to see on Friday. And then we're leaving before the show because the convention show looks awful. No offense. Yeah. And that was I think the convention show looks awful. The wrestling show on Saturday. Some folks might like it.
Try new Winter Fresh gum.
Oh, that's sweet.
Man, that's great.
That's awesome. You'll be with Brian again. I know you two.
Brand Hill drinks.
A quick pals last year. That's awesome. Joanna's going to be with Orange.
Make it to the NBA.
I'm sure Noli will want to see Orange at some point. So I'll have to take him by there.
Drink, obey your thirst. Sprite.
He's most excited for Swerve and Awesome.
Chance of winning another Sprite. You can also win cool NBA stuff. Not too useful if you're thirsty. Handy if you plan on leaving the house.
George Kennedy is outraged about that Winter Fresh commercial getting airtime on the same thing, at the same time as his weird infomercial.
A process that increases water absorption by the flowers and provides
dope Flex Bori.
That's why at 1-800-Flowers,
I should have gotten into collecting stuff like that when I was a kid. I have money now.
When people tell us we're fresh, we say thank you. Just call our name or visit.
I bet if I walked up to the guy and said, "Hey, you're fresh,"
all right, the brand in constant contact with the board of directors meeting. What about the scoop that you have concerning Diamond Dallas?
Well, you know, everybody's been wondering what happened to Diamond Dallas. After
I bet just right before they go live, Bobby's like, "Hey, can I see that?
I know what's happened to Diamond
What are you
Dallas.
doing with it?
I
Just
received
trust
this in the
him."
mail the other day.
And then
it's to me. And it's from
then he just does a
Diamond
bit
Dallas.
with
You know
it for
what he
2
has
hours.
Tell me. He has broke the house. He's won it all. He has won $13 million. Not on the lotto, no. He won $13 million. He broke the house in Vegas.
I love that they actually went through the effort of having him take a picture with a giant check.
That must mean some titles here at WCW.
I mean, that doesn't look legit to me. Look at that check.
Signed it on the other side. These are too big of figures to put on that side.
Now, wait a minute. Speaking of Diamond Dallas, as we promised, we have some words from Dave Sullivan, who was injured right here on Saturday night. And Diamond Dallas ought to watch this as well.
Yeah, Dallas.
That's Cindy Crawford or somebody else.
Get in the picture, Mr. Hughes.
I'd like to thank all you nice people for.
Oh, hey, San Francisco Toy Makers figures.
I'm home from the
I had, I think, all of those except for Jimmy Hart.
Fuzzy upstairs, but I'm home and I feel better, and it's nice to see y'all. I'd also like to.
Dave Sullivan lives in a hotel room.
Out there, you friends and fans who sent me all these nice cards, letters, flowers, and gifts. It means a lot to me from the very bottom of my heart.
I love how these fans just bought him shit from his employer.
Just a minute. Hello? Oh, hi, Hulkster.
Hulkster?
How you doing?
Hulkster?
Oh, I'm just trying to keep my head below water. Well, hopefully...
He pronounces Hulk Hogan's name like those Miller-like catfight girls that were at that one WrestleMania.
Matter over
like 2003, I think it was. It's Bischoff like, hey, you're going to get fired via FedEx in a few days. I just wanted to let you know. Karamu96, thank you for the follow.
Come in.
Appreciate you bringing the flat soda and the crackers. Welcome, welcome.
Just a minute, hold on. Oh, I hung up on the Hulkster.
Yeah, that's a fucking hotel room that they're trying to pass off as his bedroom.
I'm going to get in a whole lot of trouble for being here, but I saw what happened to you on TV, and I just felt so
Refs Wizards. Dave Sullivan's one of those guys I've talked about before. Don't look at his Twitter lines. Or you can't anymore. Elon took that option away. Very problematic Twitter likes.
Fuzzy and furry. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's too nice of a hotel room. That's the problem.
Don't tell Dallas.
Kimberly's underwear he's sniffing.
It won't be long
It's
now,
fucking. She gave him his underwear to sniff.
Power and skill goes up against power and skill. And guess what?
The reason why he was childlike, and I'm not shitting you, they said it was because he was dyslexic.
A fruity gully wash.
I'm at a loss.
I'm not. Because he's dyslexic. He was the mighty fucking...
The rainbow of fruit flavor.
It's a connection instead of fruitiness.
Hey, Captain Cannibalism. Hello, hello. I said your name right for once. How did he get this push? He was tall and blonde. And Hulk Hogan has loved the idea of having a grown man pretend to be a Hulk Hogan child fanboy.
Into a great-looking car.
He did it in TNA too with Abyss.
What, this pile of junk?
Abyss pretty much did the Dave Sullivan gimmick for a bit in TNA. That's just Hulk Hogan's favorite idea.
Call the WCW hotline now for all of the latest wrestling news. Get behind-the-scenes insider info. Plus, now you can play wrestling trivia and win.
Did they ever buy what Equalizer deal? Hello, Ben Pasco.
Merchandise offers by
Pro,
calling the WCW
not
hotline.
pro. Pop culture hyperfixations. Go check out Ben on YouTube. A lot of great videos, but really, really specific pop culture events throughout the years. Great entry point, by the way, for Ben's videos on YouTube. All of those wrestling fans. Did a video about Bob Saget and Shakara. He was the Equalizer, like, up until the week before he became Dave Sullivan.
Since Twix gives you chewy caramel twice, milk
I think
chocolate twice,
the deal was,
Great Cookie Crunch twice,
like, there were some heels that were fucking with him, and he's like, I'm gonna bring my big brother to kick your ass. And then the next week, he brought Kevin Sullivan. And so they felt as if they had to give him a first name.
There have been a few casualties.
It couldn't just be Equalizer since his brothers were Kevin Sullivan. The Nasty Boys, I couldn't think of who it was. Thank you, Commodore Amiga.
What are they going to do to us?
Yeah, the Nasty Boys turned on him during a six-man. But yeah, that's how they explained it. The Nasty Boys, like, beat his ass. And he's like, I'm going to bring my big brother. And then his big brother is like, 4'7", you know.
Starts Friday, April 28th at theaters everywhere.
And then from there, Kevin's like, "Don't mess with my brother. He's dyslexic."
The Michael Jordan Show flies into Miami for a big-time Monday night matchup. The Bulls meet the Heat Monday at 7:30 Eastern.
Again, we didn't know like anything about learning disabilities
Monday night
back then.
just got bigger.
All right, fans, and welcome back to WCW Saturday Night. Still to come in this program, a look
Good
at
luck,
the tournament
Ben.
pairings for the upcoming
fun.
U.S. title tournament. And also, Nature Boy Ric Flair will be going to the boardroom a little bit later on and find out the vote to reinstate Ric Flair, of course, or not, still on Saturday night. I want to remind you, though, each and every Saturday up until midnight, Mean Gene Okerlund has the
Kevin Sullivan would have never gone for that. Kevin Sullivan hated anything that made him look small.
Wahoo McDaniel will be inducted into
Like, he always wanted to be like a stoic guy. If you notice, Kevin Sullivan never bumped. Because he worked like a big guy. So yeah, he would have never gone for somebody carrying him on their back.
Big shot. Give Gene a call at 1-900-909-9900. Don't forget, it's $1.49 a minute, and kids must get parents' permission. That's all tonight. Mean Gene Okerlund on the Wrestling Hotline as we go back to the ring.
It's like how the porn websites are now. Like you have to like upload your driver's license photo or whatever it is, or whatever they're doing. I think that's what they meant, Rudrick, but they didn't know the actual term, so they just said dyslexic.
I can't wait to find out the answer. Is Flair back or not?
Hulk Hogan will be able to make his plea.
Which Andre Kevin Sullivan story? There's a couple of them. I want to refresh me. There we go, the Blue Bloods.
In just a few moments. Right now, the Blue Bloods in tag team action. But Brian, I want to talk to you about
Their robes look like such comfy pillows. I love the Blue Bloods gimmick too. Hey, Eddie Jackie and Scott Armstrong. Go ahead and mark that one up on the bingo card, Jonathan. We got an Armstrong.
We're showing the fans. That apparently was a diamond doll who walked in and gave him a present.
All right, yeah, that's okay. That's. I thought it was more of a scandalous story. Ben says Kevin Sullivan's wrestling Andre and some lady in the audience really get in his face, and finally he stops and goes, "Lady, look at him, look at me. You know how this is gonna go. Just relax." I fucking love him.
Who knows what was in that bag she brought him?
Kevin Sullivan. All right. By the way, I called it last week when I said that there was going to be a Benoit murder truther that would find that video and get real mad about it. Even though I mentioned just in passing a 2+ hour stream VOD about how I think Benoit truthers are fucking stupid. The next day, someone commented, "Why do you think it's stupid for people to speculate on a murder that was never solved?" I am like, motherfucker.
$13 million. Picture that, Tony.
Earl of eating the pussy.
What would you do with $13 million?
Chanting USA at Bobby, the most American wrestler ever.
I wouldn't be sitting beside of you each
No, it's, yeah, go look at the VOD, the comments for last week. It was like 2 p.m. the next day. A Benoit truther fucking found it.
I mean, I'm not so.
Yeah, never solved.
I mean, you said he struck it rich in Vegas. That didn't
No, he didn't bother with the ass discussion. I would have much preferred that.
On the backside is where all the writing is.
Throwing in like a guess. Did Benoit eat ass?
But I was showing you the backside.
But no.
Which looked to be the front side. But it said 13 million.
Not even 24 hours.
And he won it. I mean, he wanted rolling the bones, pulling Big Bertha's arm. He won it at the table. The man is on a lucky streak.
Love the sass of Scott Armstrong. The mullet off to one side.
On WCW Saturday night.
Now, if you were the girlfriend of a man that just won $13 million,
Billy Jack Haynes from prison, using his 1 hour of internet a week.
Who has his whole bedroom decorated like Hulk Hogan's romper room? I mean, come on. Lord Stephen
Yeah, that Sullivan TV in 2000 is fucking rotten.
Jackie of the opponents here.
And I agree with y'all. It's a shame the Blue Bloods were never tag champs. I love that rope break. It's such a good rope break. We're talking the Benoit murders on Rio. I can never fucking pronounce that. But yeah, I called Benoit truthers fucking idiots last week. and a Benoit truther, even though there's nothing in the thumbnail about Benoit. There's nothing in the description or the tags about Benoit. Last week's VOD, within less than a day, I got a Benoit truther mad at me in the comments. It was a YouTube comment, yes. Oh my gosh. Regal is a freak of nature. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Dude, YouTube comments are all fucking over the place, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, the algorithm brings some strange folks, especially my shorts. Like, I've never wanted to leave a comment for a short, and bless the people who do. Listen, a lot of them, 95% of the comments are fucking awesome, and I love those people. There's the 5% that will sit there and write an essay about a 60-second video. It's really mean and mean-spirited. I'm like, why are you wasting your time doing this? Bob for the snake with Nixon. I love Regal fucking selling for Nick Patrick. They're like a child. Regal was 26 years old. Dude, I get the I'm AI comment all the time, too. If the Nasties win the World Tag Team belts, Eddie Jackie just shrunk about 4 inches, to use a cliche. Holy shit. These guys are beating the fuck out of these enhancement guys this week.
Yeah, probably have to keep them quarantined for about 6 months. No. Get all the flies and ticks and gnats out of their hair. It may never work.
God, I love Earl Robert Eaton. He commits so hard.
Oh, they needed each other. This is a perfect marriage.
European uppercut, Lord Steven.
All right, yeah, I found it. It's from Matt McLeland on YouTube. Hey, Tom, why do you call people dumb or stupid or whatever for speculating on an unsolved crime?
In a short period of time, these two men actually...
I said... I called it a Sullivan truth or somehow found a comment buried deep in a 2-hour stream. He responded, I don't think Kevin is a murderer. I don't think he was present, but I asked a fairly rudimentary question. You ignored it, and then you tried to demean me. You have such a strong opinion on who did it. You probably know most of what transpired. The police force basically botched the investigation and gave up as early as possible. Do you fancy yourself brighter than the whole police force? And I say yes. Cops are fucking dumb. Cops are fucking stupid.
One for the Queen, one for the Queen Mother, and one for us.
1 for 2. Why they go together just like tea and crumpets and Sherlock and Holmes.
Do I ever ask myself why they spend so much time analyzing the life and career of someone like Bob? Dude, some of these folks will find their pet wrestler. They will spend their lives going through every YouTube video of that person.
There's the
chatting.
gentlemanly tag again, and here he goes. It used to be called the Alabama.
Thank you. I have a lot of sass.
It's been renamed by the brain to Tower of London.
Oh, there we go. Tower of London. I fucking love it.
That beheads them, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Ben. Thank you. When there are like 5 people having a conversation, I don't get dinged in any of it. I'm like, have fun, sister. Yes, it pops the numbers, and it keeps a couple people busy. I don't have to be involved. It's great. There we go.
Certainly unnecessary for this matchup as they defeat Armstrong and Jackie. The blue blood, look at that.
Oh, I guarantee you, Mr. Excitement. There's one Mr. Excitement fan out there. It's probably some guy from, like, fucking Alaska. Everybody has their one fan.
Yes, this is good tag team wrestling.
Can you believe this from Regal?
Hey, Nathan. Hello. Glad to have you here. Shout out to Nathan for improving the framing of certain top women's wrestling champions shorts lately.
Right after this commercial break, they are going to make.
He's been doing a lot of work helping out a certain top star in the wrestling industry with the social media short form video game. Video, comma, game, not video game. They don't have a video game. I think Ludwig Kaiser is more Lars from Heavyweights.
It's WCW Saturday night.
Hey Vader, thanks for telling us that an hour into the show.
Running out, brother. Yeah.
What's it like to experience?
Yeah, he's totally Lars from Heavyweights.
A dizzy taste to this.
I am Lars, and I am from a land.
Every Skittles combination is a new experience. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors. It's the rumpus room of fruitiferousness.
Yeah, this is another thing they did to try to be more 90s, more cool, more sitting backwards in my chair, talking to the teens. The zooming in and the fuzzy filter on the camera, and it sucked. I have not seen Ludwig's character change. I hope it's nothing too severe because he's great.
Good.
I love Ludwig Kaiser. I hope you get as much work as you can handle, Nathan. You do great stuff. Check out Nathan on Instagram, Cheap Heat Spot Fest.
Son of a gun protected. Nothing works better.
There's a lot of great video work. It makes wrestling look better than it is.
Into a great-looking car.
Exactly, Captain Cannibalism. It's not like there were like 1,700 smoking guns on the crime scene. If you're a kid and someone pulls up in a car claiming to be the phone patrol, you run. You go get an adult.
And for Red Wild Stunts, Micro Machines, Radicators go looping and jumping. Move the wrap.
I was always too much of an idiot to like set up these tracks correctly, so I just give up.
Once they get going, they're gone. Think big, play small, Micro Machines.
Like, I was too stupid to set up the ramps far enough apart. And they just
turns people into shadows.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, hey, back when it was okay for Leonardo DiCaprio to date 19-year-olds.
In a bust-out Starr performance.
Then a butt-out Starr performance.
In the true life story of Jim Carroll.
Wake up, Mr. Carroll. It's later than you think.
Writer, musician, and New York legend. The Basketball
Diaries.
Rated R. Starts Friday,
his butt-out
April
performance.
21st.
It's just too early to make decisions. But I have to decide on breakfast, so I go to Burger King and get
God, imagine having a Burger King that close to your bedroom.
Just $1.99. But then, do I get it to stay or to go?
Breakfast at Burger King.
We are back on Saturday night before we go to the ring.
They're ready. They're ready.
They're ready.
The vote is ready.
The vote is ready. As we said at the top of the program,
Yeah, Jimmy Snuka
this is an
sucks.
historic vote. Nick Bockwinkel
Also a
promises
murderer.
next week, one way or the other, they will get a finalized vote on the reinstatement of Ric Flair. Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Randy Savage are there, and we're just about.
I wish I had a
to go in,
headset
right,
like
I
that for
understand
these
is
streams.
Hogan has
A
not
big,
left. He's still there,
obnoxious
so
looking
savage.
thing.
That tells me something. It doesn't smell right to me. Wait, we're ready to go to him right now, Tony. Throw it to him.
Let's go to the board meeting.
That somehow looks more high-tech than the one Disco Inferno uses for his podcast.
Executive Board of World Championship Wrestling.
Hey, there's Dieter probably writing a love
issue
letter
of
to Sherri.
reinstating Ric Flair. We also said at this time that when this meeting took place, that we were going to have a couple of people here who wishes to state their case. None other than WCW Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man Savage. And please, gentlemen, will you come in at this time?
And of course,
Mr. Bockwinkel, thank you
poor
very
Jimmy
much.
Hart didn't get
Committee, thank
introduced.
you for
But of course, they're all in
listening
their
to us.
ring
You
gear.
can tell I'm a little shook up here
Well, Hogan's not
because,
in ring gear. He's
we heard it's
he's
the
just
tie
wearing his
2 and
other
2, and
spandex clothes.
We're here to state our case. Please, I'm begging you, please give us a chance. We've got factions that have come in from all over
Randy
the world,
Savage in his
and we just want Ric
Biz
Flair
Cash
reinstated
ring
so
gear.
these guys can take care of him once and for all right in the middle of the ring, please.
Well, you know, Mr. Bockwinkel, this just shows how important this decision is for the whole WCW and the whole wrestling.
As ridiculous as Randy looks, I think the silliest part is Hogan wearing sweatbands.
hinges on this one
In a
decision.
board
So we
meeting.
just wanted, and thank you
Yeah,
for
Nick
letting us state our
Bockwinkel
case one more time. Ric Flair
should have been an authority
us in
figure
the
in
ring,
wrestling as
not
long as he
outside the ring. We need to clean this
was
situation
physically
up.
able to.
We need to make sure that Ric Flair does not influence the direction of the WCW unless he is in the wrestling ring. That is something that we will take care of along with the Hulkamaniacs and Macho Man. Guys, make the right decision here. The whole future
Nick
of the
Bockwinkel
WCW
rules.
depends on this decision, Macho Man.
Great wrestler, great promo, great authority figure. This is not a shoot. I wish it was a shoot. I wish Randy Savage was interrupting a board meeting dressed like somebody threw up the WCW logo.
TCB right there and get it done. It's a unanimous decision to get Flair back in there.
Well, you know, the one thing that's really turned this situation
Again,
around.
Hogan's not
is
doing
the amount
promo
of letters
voice.
coming to the WCW. The Hulk Hogan hotline, brother.
But
my phone
Randy
has
Savage
been
sure as
ringing off
fuck
the hook
is.
Because everybody wants Flair in the ring. Whether you're on his side, whether you're against him, we want to work this thing out.
Peter
Please give
Krap
us a
is
chance.
losing it.
Gentlemen, thank you, and we'll go right to it here.
Right. Make the right decision.
Vote yes. Vote yes.
Without any further to do, let's go right to Gary Jester, United States.
Come on, Gary.
With all due respect to Randy Macho Man Savage and our world champion Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair did agree to retire. He put his career on the line.
Exactly, Gary.
In October, and I will again vote
Representation
no
Wildcat.
to his reinstatement. He should stay in retirement.
Simple enough on that one. Tatiana Paz, Spain.
Spain. Hogan debuted July of
Again, I say
'94.
no. Mr. Flair is retired, and I will not vote against that. My vote is no.
Come on, Dieter's just gonna say like, I want to fuck
I've
Sherri.
already told Mr. Bockwinkel the vote for Germany is still that Mr. Flair goes back to the ring during
Yes.
Hulkamania.
Mr. Ishikawa, Japan, please.
Mr. Bockwinkel, my answer is still the same. Ric Flair coming back to wrestling is a great
can speak
idea.
English.
Yes, of course.
That is a yes also. That's two. Christine
Porter
LeBlanc,
fell out with everybody.
Monsieur Bockwinkel, après avoir entendu les arguments de
Mr. Bockwinkel, after listening to the arguments of Mr. Hogan and Mr. Savage, I've come to this
Yes,
decision.
Nick Bockwinkel knows 8
Flair
languages.
should be
Jimmy
reinstated
Hart
to
back there
WCW
nodding along
as
like he
soon as
understands any of
possible.
this.
Good decision right there.
You know,
Okay, cool.
Jimmy Hart, brother.
Done
one
deal.
thing left.
Good deal. What about all the other countries that were not represented?
Thank you, guys.
Nature boy. Yeah.
Nature boy.
Unbelievable, man. Made the right decision. All right.
Dieter Krop is so excited. Look at Jimmy Hart giving Dieter a hug. It's sweet.
Okay, there goes the happy team. We have it.
The happy team. Why wasn't that their name? Fuck the Mega Powers. There goes the happy team.
And into the ring and pay whatever consequences he thinks that he's going to have to.
Terry Taylor's holding another meeting. You have to wear a hood to get in, though.
And back to you folks.
Yeah, Savage and Hogan wanted Flair back to beat him up in the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have
They're happy because they want to wrestle Ric Flair. And they can't wrestle him if he's not reinstated because Ric Flair's been doing run-ins during their matches. But they cannot fight him because he is a civilian. Hey, Liz Alvarado, hello. You vote no on the Ric Flair Act, which is a real thing, by the way. The Ric Flair Act in North Carolina is to fund a Hall of Fame for wrestling, which is not what a Ric Flair Act sounds like. Hey, it's Barry Houston. I love Barry Houston. One of the all-time greats in enhancement wrestling.
Baseball players are back. Michael Jordan's back. Why shouldn't Ric Flair, the greatest athlete of them all, be back?
Why are we got a tight shot on a... Oh, it's because he was antagonizing Orndorff. Like, why are we paying so much attention to Gary Michael Capetta leaving the ring? I'm with you, Ludwig. This is the real Mr. Wonderful.
Backfired on you. Well, I'm not so sure that is the case. That's exactly, and this is exactly what they have wanted. Ric Flair is back. Now, let me say this. Of course, it's Easter weekend.
The opponent is Barry Houston, who is a Florida indie wrestler who relocated to Tennessee, trained under Norman Smiley, amongst others. Ended up working for a while in Europe and learning that tripped-out British style.
Here on our programs, I'm sure. Maybe an update tomorrow on the main event.
Well, I'm sure I'll have something tomorrow on the main.
The other older guy. Are you talking about Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff?
I'm going to put a tail on Hogan and Savage and find out exactly where they
Oh my God, the wonderful excitement. That would have been great. Paul Orndorff, like, don't call me Paula. And Mr. Excitement, like, yeah. Yes. Barry Houston and Jushin Liger have a really fucking good match on Chrome. About 6 months after this. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
Coming up in a week's time, we'll have the brackets and the pairings coming up later on in this telecast.
Did they say he was from Houston?
And fans, Vader and Arn Anderson will be in our tag team. We have to wonder now that Ric Flair's being reinstated if we'll hear from Ric Flair in this telecast, where he is, if we'll have a response from him.
I have not done him. No, this is why Mr. Wonderful was. I might in the future. I like Paul Orndorff. Yeah, Jimmy Jett is refereeing most of these matches. Very interesting. Normally Randy Anderson would get all the matches and Nick Patrick would. Cecil, hello. Cecil Nix. Our good pal. Psycho Mike. I'd have to go more than a minute for Psycho Mike. But at least one of them would be, one of the reasons would be body slam. No problem, refs and switchers.
Constant great shape.
Yeah, you gotta wonder what problematic tattoos lie underneath those sleeves. I love how in the Ludwig Borga Dark Side of the Ring, Jim Ross was like, we saw that SS tattoo and we were like, what the fuck's going on? And then they released that WrestleMania documentary over the weekend, and Charles Wright's running around with a giant SS all over Las Vegas that week. all the ropes Nick Patrick's trying to grab in the locker room, Chris Colt style. That was great. I love that struggle.
Fans, if you just tuned in, boy, have you missed a lot. Ric Flair has been reinstated. He is back. The vote was 3-2 in favor of Ric Flair. Christine LeBlanc.
There's a lady in the crowd with a pirate shirt on.
Said yes this time.
There will be a stream this Friday. Off the Grid is this Friday at 9.
Another look at this awesome.
Exactly, Cecil. Everything is made up in wrestling. Wins don't matter.
The brackets, the pairings for the
Wins really don't. And Laura Hall is on the keyboards for both.
And don't touch that dial. There are so many things happening here at WCW. I'm so happy. I am so glad that justice has
Hall of Fame's going to be on at 1 a.m. I'm not streaming that late. It'll be 9 to 11. Or a little after 11. I'm not going till 12. I'm definitely not going till 1.
I don't know if he's in Vegas, New York City, Charlotte, North
Hell
Carolina.
yeah. Glad to hear that, Ms. Alvarado.
Someplace. And he's heard about it. I'm quite sure of that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, last week, Be Fair to Flair.
Oh! What is up with the stars tonight?
I like that.
Everyone trying to kill the enhancement guys.
The Orndorff could pin him right now, and he knows.
Yeah, I saw that clip where they got the what's that show with Undertaker being all grumpy and shit. Undertaker and Bubba Dudley can't wear necklaces and earrings in the ring, man.
Jumping up and down on Barry Houston. Paul Orndorff
LFG.
in impressive fashion.
God, that suplex was sick.
One of the 16 men in the tournament to determine a new.
Like, why aren't indie guys killing each other with that? Look at how proud he is. You see that cool move I just made up out of fucking nowhere, man? Imagine if they had gifts back then. I agree, Ben. I try so hard. So many guys wore necklaces during the 90s. So many. Look at that one lady in the background. Like holding up very sternly with the thumb.
Look at it, suplex the man
Jeez.
the top rope into the post. He is Mr. Wonderful. He certainly is.
This sick guitar breakdown.
Now let's go.
The Mr. Wonderful song is so good.
Fans, you've just seen Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff in action. I'm going to be talking to him in a moment next weekend. Right
Next
here on
weekend,
TBS.
Barry Houston will be in traction
Vader stripped by Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel.
Rio Oblivion, thank you for the
Round-robin
follow.
tournament is going to be taking place,
A lot of
and
folks
this
bringing
man
the flat soda and the
undoubtedly
crackers
is
tonight.
in
Glad
the
to see.
competition.
Glad to have
And
you.
one of the top seeds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. You're a man that has proved the test of time. You've done it all. And
He looks
here
so
is another
naked
big
without the wrist
opportunity as
tape.
far as your career is concerned.
That's exactly right. You know, I'm no stranger to winning titles. Being in the sport that I've been in, I've held many a titles. And what I see out here of everybody that's going to be in this tournament is that really there's nobody out there that's even close. Not even...
Yeah, Vader was stripped by Nick Bockwinkel for like throwing tantrums trying to get a match with Hulk
Who is the
Hogan.
best? Bottom line, who is the best?
Well, that will be
So they held up the
determined
U.S.
over a number
title.
of
So,
weeks, and
so he wouldn't have to do a job.
The bottom line is, I'm going to
for
be the
attacking
one that
Dave
determines
Sullivan.
that. I'm going to be the next U.S.
Everybody
champion.
just beat
You
the
know,
shit
I
out of
said it
Dave
once, and
Sullivan.
I'll say it again.
back then.
I'm the best that ever was or ever will be. And you people out there can call me the next U.S. champion.
I love the Jim Crockett promos. What? You don't wear a belt up here. Would he like a brassiere? No, I love the Jim Crockett promos where like a wrestler has to wait in the ring for 3 minutes. Fuck.
Hey, dudes,
While their opponents over at the interview set just talking shit about them. And they just have to stand over in the ring like 10 feet away in the studio and just let this guy talk shit about them.
Like Beat the Hulk, Hulk trivia, and one of my great Hulk messages.
I'm surprised that wasn't a WCW pay-per-view at some point. Every match ends with Dave Sullivan getting the shit beat out. Yeah, what the fuck Hulk trivia is there?
Here on Parents Phone Bill.
If I have to find one more box, I'm gonna snap.
Did you say snap? Snap it on Slim Jim.
The answers always change, depending on how Hulk's memory is that day.
What's it like to experience? Skittles bite-sized.
Beat the Hulk? I think Bubba's wife did that a few times.
It's a fuzzy, buzzy free-for-all. Look, every Skittles combination is a new experience. Taste the rainbow of fruit flavors.
That big pussy again. Are we talking about Bubba's wife? All right, Buddy Landell, according to Yankee Hawk 04, was the Smoky Mountain champion.
Quicksilver wheel cleaner from Armstrong.
Do have a Buddy Landell watch.
Spray it on, and then just spray it off.
Hulk trivia is like, what is Hogan's least favorite race?
Quicksilver wheel cleaner.
It's your sister's recital. An intermission would be music to your ears.
Bravo, I'll be back.
Be a total piece of
Quick
shit
gives
to
you
you.
chewy caramel twice, milk chocolate twice, and that great cookie crunch twice. You get one great snack after another.
Now for our next selection.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
One of the games on Hulk Hogan's hotline is girlfriend or daughter.
How about a beer?
A view like this? How about a Molson?
When good times call for a better beer.
Yeah, Brooke, I
make
think
it a
fucking
Molson.
rules.
So many
Because
trees,
she was like,
little time.
my parents fucking suck.
Fishing with a lawnmower? Then why trim your lawn with fishing line?
Like, apparently she did try to make amends with Hulk before her wedding. And Hulk was, I'm not kidding you, the quote that Hulk gave her fiance when she was like, hey, you're my dad, come to my wedding, let's make amends. He's like, I don't do weddings anymore, brother. He texted the word brother.
Weed terminator. Broken trimmer line? Terminated. Wasted time? Terminated. Expensive replacement tools? Terminated.
It's on YouTube. There's a Brooke
Terminator
Hogan
is all these
interview
popular gas trimmers,
from
and it's
the
yours
first
now
Squared
for
Circle
only
Expo in Indiana,
$19.95 with an extra set of
where
blades.
she brings up that she thinks wrestlers need to be unionized. And the interviewer is like, you know who stopped the unions in wrestling, right?
In 1995,
She's
for
like,
shipping and handling.
no.
Weed
And,
Terminator.
like I forget if he pulls it up on his phone or he just like tells her and she's convinced. He goes, it's your dad.
All right, we're back on
And she like turns ghostly white. It's fucking awesome.
Much talk about in WCW. Who is this mysterious man? We saw a glimpse last week. Let's go back to Jimmy Hart.
Here, hey, New York City.
Could you imagine working in a mailroom and fucking Jimmy Hart shows up with the camera?
As you can see,
Just starts going through your shit.
Hey, baby. I can't believe the Hulkster did this to me. You know what? The email on Prodigy's going crazy over here.
Jimmy Hart sending emails in 1995.
You know, let me read this little letter to you here. You won't believe this. Dear Renegade. Oh, excuse me just for a moment. Hello? Yep. This is the fan mail room of the WCW. You're right. Who do you want to speak to? Jimmy Hart. This is Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South. Right. Yeah, okay, bring the fan mail in. More fan mail on the Renegade. You guessed it, you guessed it. Hey, listen, I promised everybody a special on the Renegade. Are you ready? Here's your special on the Renegade right now. Excuse me. Hello, mail room, WCW.
A special on the Renegade. And it's just a camera going in and out, in and out, in and out.
So it's a mini special.
Yeah, honestly, knowing Jimmy Hart, he probably did hang out in the mailroom that day and just helped out whoever was doing mail at Sullivan's.
He was a big part of WCW Uncensored. He made sure that it was Hogan and Vader one-on-one and no outside interference.
Brian Pillman coming out.
Is a man much talked about, much written about, and will be.
His song is just about how the women he likes to fuck.
Nobody's going to interfere. Nobody's going to do this. Nobody's going to do that.
Like literally just. Listen, the lyrics are just him, this dude describing all the women Brian Pillman likes to fuck. Nathan, that's awesome. I will be at the Black Label Pro show too. Noli and I will be there. I did. I used to post on the F4W board, and I could not be paid to go back there. F4W Chan is what it kind of turned into. Look at Brian's fake hair.
Stopped me and said, "What about Ric Flair? Is he going to go back in the ring or not?" And I said, "Watch Saturday night, and you'll find out. If you just joined us,
I believe it's Rick Thames. Rick Thames, aka Rick Thames.
He will be wrestling again.
The opponents.
And we'll wait to hear from Ric Flair. We don't know if he's going to come to the arena.
One half of the Southern Posse.
I know he and
Old
his lawyers have
Bloody
been
Trout. Sonny Trout himself.
Last week. He obviously did want to get back in the ring and does want to get it back in the ring against Hogan, as we saw in that
seriously, who the fuck told Brian to get fake hair? It looks so bad.
You could see it in Las Vegas. Ric Flair came down the aisle
and it could not be fake.
It's in his blood. He has
like you can see where the fake hair attaches to the real hair.
Dove into the ring and uncensored. Counted to 3. He cannot stay away from it. This is
does kind of look like Taka pants. If they went up just a little higher on the calf, those would be redneck Taka pants. Now Perez.
Coming up still in this program, not only Big Bubba,
like his hair, like it
Arn Anderson
bends. His hair like bends like cardboard.
Fans, we will give you the pairings.
You think Brian was in the back, like observing all the mullets, like sizing up how long his fake hair had to be to
we'll have it for you a little bit later on in this telecast. Here's the whip in. Shoulder block by Flying Brian. Reversal. Kind of a Beal maneuver that time by Flying Brian.
I mean, it's a hip toss, kind of like a Beal, I guess.
And there's a spin wheel kick. Got him with a knee to the jaw. 1, 2. So, Brian, in the tournament that's coming up, and we'll be talking more about it here in just a few moments, what do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be power or will it be speed?
Oh, I thought that guy was in front of the rail. I'm like, why are fans just walking along ringside?
When they have a tournament, everybody makes a mistake. They look ahead. They overlook their opponents. They're always thinking, I got to get past this round. I got to get to the next round. You've got to concern yourself with what is in your face at the time. And that is the person that will win this. That will take
I have no idea. I don't watch enough NXT to know how Lexis King is doing.
We will explain to you a little bit later on how they came up with the seeding for the tournament when they had the top 4 seeds for the tournament.
Fuck's sake!
And of course they seeded them 1 to 16.
Bob Starr has the sweet mullet. I only have this. Someone get me more nylon hair.
And there's so much at stake to become the United States champion. Then that usually makes you the #1 contender for the.
Randy Anderson's like, motherfucker, I will beat you up.
There's so much at stake here.
Lion Brian finds himself in trouble here. Here's the whip to the ropes. He ducks, does Lion Brian. And with the
stealing the Liger spot, the rolling capo kick.
Lateral press, got a 2 that time. Great maneuver by Flying Brian. I think Flying Brian can win it. I really do.
Well, it's not always the biggest man that wins it. It's the quickest man. It's not always the quickest man. It's the smartest man. And it's not always the smartest man. It's the biggest and the quickest man. But if you got a big, quick man who's not a smart man, he doesn't stand much.
I always love when Bobby Heenan would get himself tied up on purpose.
Will eventually not become always the big
yeah,
man.
it's now that we've
but then again, who knows?
gotten ourselves accustomed to Nick Patrick grabbing the ropes. Yeah, now it's hard to not unseat every referee.
Forget it. Well, you asked me.
No,
but nobody's as much of a pervert about it as Nick Patrick.
Confused enough here on Saturday night. And if you want to be confused even more, listen to Brain on the Hotline tonight at midnight. Of course, Mean Gene will be with you up until midnight, and then Brain will be with you to confuse you tomorrow on the main event, 6:05 Eastern Time.
And I'm going to talk to Ric Flair tonight.
Yeah, referees get trained not to touch the ropes.
Wait a second, what? We have not heard from Flair here in the program.
Yeah, Bobby Heenan's totally bored. Like, does not give a shit. He's just amusing himself.
Who's to say that you can get
That's most of the WCW run for Bobby Heenan. What was that?
You must be kidding.
It's like a double axe handle, but he doesn't hit him with his hands.
I can get the scoop.
It's like a Hurricane Nana.
On the air with me, but I will get answers from him.
Or you'll make them up, one of the two, right?
It was a move.
I don't lie.
A chop to the chest. Taking on one out of the Southern Posse here, Flying Brian.
Hey, Southern Posse gets shouted out by name.
And a lariat tight maneuver that time.
And I'm also going to be talking to my man Woody, who, unbeknownst to anybody else, bugged the room. Oh. I know what really went on in there.
Yeah, bless them for just moving on from that fucking head.
Russian leg sweep.
Oh, hey, it's like the world's shittiest Koji clutch.
He's got him right here. He's not going anyplace.
He went for the Koji clutch, the Daniels move, but he didn't show Rick Thames how to go along with it. So it just looked like he didn't apply a head scissors. Jim Ross has put some of his we got him right in the eye. Some of his hotline recordings on the Conrad Patreon. But none of the other ones, none of the Gene ones that are restricted.
Look at this, like a jungle gym set to him.
Yes, it starts off looking good, and then Rick Thames scoots himself into the shittiest position because Pillman didn't bother walking him through it. You can't steal shit from Japanese tapes if the other guy doesn't know what you're doing. Big Bad Bubba. Why put that part in quotations? Was that his nickname? Was Big his first name?
Maybe it was a Baby Ruth. The caramel.
Here's my baby. His name is Big.
What a blast! Baby Ruth from Nestle. This baby gets you going.
Yeah, they don't like that.
You like to win. Lots of A&W root beer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ghost of Prentice. There's one thing if you need to, when there's a lot of movement, if you need to grab the rope for a second. Nick Patrick's just kind of doing this on the ropes most of the time.
Or this tandem.
It's 3 o'clock at the office and you're barely staying awake.
Ooh. The A&W Want One Win One sweepstakes. Done surprises. Money savings.
That's Nick Patrick with the ropes.
For details.
What happens when the world's toughest cop teams up with the world's smartest dog?
Did we measure that dog's IQ?
Yeah, so I've been told.
Find out at a theater near you as law enforcement's most dynamic new duo takes a bite out of crime. Chuck Norris.
It's a shame I have to hate that dog.
Good, Jake.
Rated PG-13.
Because of his allegiance to those fucking cops.
What we are dealing with here is an eating machine.
You think that cop, or you think that dog would have been able to solve the Benoit murders?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Jaws.
Some dogs are
the
cops.
20th anniversary. Tonight at 10 and tomorrow at noon on TNT.
You're beautiful. You're everything I ever wanted.
Wait, is this about dudes who fuck their
what
cars?
you put on it should be more than just a wax. New Zymol Natural Liquid Auto Polish protects your finish with beeswax and shines
These dudes are
with
gonna blow
rare
their
Brazilian
cars.
carnauba. Safe, naturally derived ingredients, so pure, powerful, perfect.
Oh, so beautiful.
New Zymol Natural Liquid Auto Polish.
If you can't find the Terminex number,
Where's that number?
just remember 1-800-TERMINEX for any
Rolodex.
bug problem.
didn't know I had that number.
Nobody offers a better guarantee. So stop looking and start dialing. Nobody bugs bugs like Terminix.
This Easter, spend 3 hours of quality egg hunting time with Toon's wackiest wabbit, Bugs. It's a super chunk Easter bonanza of Bugs Bunny. Sunday at 4 on the only network that can satisfy your long.
That's what they called me when I was a kid.
We are back on Saturday Night, fans. As you know, a couple of weeks
Why is Tony so nervous?
Vader of the United States Heavyweight Championship.
He looks like that dog from the Top Dog trailers holding a gun to his head.
The U.S. Heavyweight Champion, of course, is the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, that was totally like a public domain love song. And that guy's watching TV one day, fucking watching Andy Griffith. Hears himself in a commercial about fucking cars.
The Great American Bash pay-per-view coming from Dayton, Ohio on the 18th of June. That's a Sunday night.
Seriously, he looks so nervous.
Now let's take a look at the tournament pairings for the U.S. Heavyweight title
Ooh,
tournament.
brackets. I love brackets.
It is a 16-man single elimination tournament, and the first 2 matches will be held next week.
I love a
here
good
on
bracket.
WCW Saturday night. Sting is the #1 seed in the upcoming
That's why I
tournament.
never mind when
Arn
AEW
Anderson
does
in
like
the first round
tournaments
match,
on
and that will air next
I just
week
love
on
brackets.
WCW Saturday night. The winner of that match will face the winner of Johnny B. Bad and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This
that
is a
match
good
will
bracket.
air on May 7th on the main event here on TBS.
And hey, they're announcing when the matches are going to happen.
And he will face Marcus Alexander Bagwell. That match will take place in 2 weeks on WCW Saturday night. The winner of that match will face the winner of Flying Brian and Bunkhouse Buck. Flying Brian and Buck will
Sting is the
wrestle
#1
next
seed
week on
because he's
Saturday night.
the man.
The bottom half of the bracket, the #2 seed, the Macho Man Randy Savage, will face Butcher in an opening round
Butcher,
match.
not
That
the
will be held on
Butcher,
6th
just
of May
Butcher.
On Saturday night. The winner of that match will face the winner of Stunning Steve and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. 2 men who will square off next week on the main event, 2 former U.S. heavyweight champions. Ric Flair
I always loved when WCW would try to take away Austin's last name.
U.S. heavyweight title tournament. A former U.S. heavyweight champion, of course. He is scheduled
This
to
would be
wrestle
Ed
with
Leslie
on the 13th
when he was
of
the
May
Butcher.
on WCW Saturday night. Alex Wright and Big Bubba will collide in the other bracket. The winner
Big
of that
Bad
will beat the winner
Bubba,
of
Tony,
Flair
come on.
and the Patriot. Of course, then after that, the second round, the semifinals to be held here on Saturday night.
Why did they light that belt like it was Kelly
Sunday,
Kapowski?
the 18th of June.
With like the
Fans, it's gonna be an
starburst
exciting tournament.
effect, you know what I
Saturday
mean?
night and WCW main event together right here on TBS. 9
Yeah, 'cause
weeks
he
to
butchered a
decide
friendship.
the new United States
Yeah.
heavyweight champion. Let's go to the ring. The next bout here on TBS.
Then he turned on Kevin Sullivan and he couldn't be a Butcher anymore. So he just had no name before he was a Zodiac. Sting won that tournament. He beat Meng in the finals.
Sting is the #1 seed. Meng, the #4 seed.
I love this Bubba music. Does not fit the look at all, but I fucking love it.
Championship committee, and next week 2 matches here on Saturday night. Flying Brian to face Bunkhouse.
Oh, it's Larry Santo. I'm like, why the fuck is he wrestling a fan?
Next week on Saturday night.
Like from afar, that just looks. It just looks like a guy in his pajamas. But no, it's Larry Santo, the son of El.
Tournament here, the Invitational. So let's wait and see what he says about that.
Well, he's in the tournament. Ric Flair, the #3 seed.
I'm angry because I have to wrestle in suspenders. Nick Patrick already grabbing the ropes. Look at that.
And remember now, if you become the U.S. heavyweight champion, what does that mean? You're the
Yeah, why didn't he dress like this for Big Show's dad's funeral?
And you
It
know,
would have fit.
Flair wants to get it back in the ring with Hulk Hogan eventually again. Not more than Hulk Hogan wants to get back with him, though.
Larry Santo looks like the other chauffeur that works at Big Bubba's chauffeur agency. But like he's off the clock. And he ran into Bubba while going to get coffee.
And of course, we talked about the 2 on Saturday night. Next Sunday night.
Oh gosh. Bubba making sure you knew, hey, I could actually hold this guy if I really wanted to.
Next Sunday night, Stunning Steve and Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a first round match. 16 men to vie for the United States heavyweight title. The final to be
Great
held
punch.
at the Great American Bash pay-per-view.
Nick Patrick was disturbed enough by that punch to let go of the ropes for a
All
second.
matches up until there will be held right here on Saturday night. And on the main event
Oh,
on
I
TV.
thought he was going to go for the Bubba Slam. Big Bubba, no trouble. Rocking that deep V.
He was stripped of the title.
Well, then let the winner of this tournament wrestle Vader.
No, Vader has nothing to do with this. Do you realize what happened?
Oh, I realize what happened.
If this were South Africa, I'd throw powder in his mouth right now.
We heard what he had to say. That was because of Vader. Ric Flair, I think.
No. It was because Dave Sullivan didn't stay in his seat. Had he stayed where he
I don't. He wrestled for a couple months for Crockett as an enhancement guy in a singlet. But that's the closest we ever got to shirtless Ray Traylor. If Cornette went back to WCW after SMW closed, he would have shot somebody. That's what he'd be in jail. Like, quite honestly, because he's cuckoo bananas. I'm gonna touch your belly button for the pin.
Hogan. I'm trying to tell you something. I believe Hogan was the one that had Vader's grip too.
I love Bubba like, popping the collar. Gym tan laundry Bubba.
You're nuts. No, you're nuts.
Ah.
You're nuts.
What did he call him?
Wacko. I mean, brain at this.
What did Bubba call Larry Santo though? It's not great.
Big Bubba. Just plowing into the ham and egger in the corner.
Great bump by Larry Santo off of that clothesline. Great bump.
Man is so powerful. He's one big tough customer.
You're exactly right. Absolutely. At Slamboree.
Nick Patrick totally tried to count while holding the rope. He's like, fuck, I have to let go. But if you watch, he was holding the rope as he went down. I think he was going to try to hold the rope while he counted. That's great.
What you did to Sting last week was absolutely disgusting, despicable. It made me sick to my stomach. What do you want to do to the man? You're not happy with the victory.
Well, you know,
What if Nick Patrick had to go to the hospital because his shoulder popped in a socket? So how'd this happen? They won't let me hold my rope when I do my job. Doctor.
Every time you go to the grocery store or to the movies, every time you pull up to that gym of yours and get out, I want you worrying about somebody bashing you in the back of the head, because that's what's going to happen. I want that
That's a bit severe.
Whoever has that U.S. title is the #1 contender for the world heavyweight belt, and I want the world. And I have to run.
I love how half the roster knew that and the other half didn't give a shit.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Quit interrupting me, punk.
I want to know about all this hatred and all the...
He does look a little bit like Bill Watts. I can see that.
It's me
Absolutely.
against the world. I said it once and I'm going to say it again. The world owes me, and I'm going to take it by storm, and I'm going to go through every man.
Yeah. Tell him, Ray.
Get in my way, and I'm going to start with you, Sting. The beating I gave you the last time we met was just a beginning. The beatings will continue till I say they're over. And
yeah, Bubba's collar's doing a hell of a job here. Punk. Yeah, could you imagine Nick Patrick going to the doctor with elevator cable wrapped in plastic or rubber? Yeah, this is my security rope. Could you write me a doctor's note for this, saying I have to have it?
Double A, Vader, the time has come for you two to face the two-time World Tag Team Champions. Do yourself
Stop zooming. It hurts my head.
Romeo, Juliet, let's try it again. Again?
Yeah, I think Patriot was gone from the company after he taped that match with Ric Flair. Went back to All Japan.
And the pitch to Babe Ruth. How does he do it? Maybe it was the caramel, the nougat, the peanut-packed power of a Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
Baby Ruth from Nestle. This baby gets you going.
We're at McDonald's All-Star Showdown. Sylvester is surrounded. He breaks through. He scores. Let's see that in slow-mo.
McBacon Deluxe.
I don't like that they did that to Larry Bird's voice. I don't like it.
Patties topped with savory bacon. It's McDonald's Taste of the Month for a limited time.
Oh, I guarantee you ask Nick Patrick anything about the ropes from Starrcade 97, I'll tell you the texture, the smell,
the temperature of your mouth,
the exact type of rubber coating they put on it.
Temperature of a winter fresh mouth. Introducing new Winter Fresh gum from Wrigley's. Yes. Oh, yeah. That lasts. And lasts.
Yeah. Last. Nick Patrick putting a rope in his mouth.
Try new Winter Fresh gum for icy cool breath that lasts.
What if my breath doesn't last? What if I stop breathing?
As we, the class of 95, rise to the challenge of a new day, our achievements will not be tainted by the smell of corruption.
Yeah, like the Stevie Richards channel, but like he just breaks down how the ropes are like attached to the ring, and he goes like, he does the real rope versus cable. Oh, that'd be great. The Patrick would be he'd be the next Maven. Need to hit up Joe Hamilton Jr. on Facebook. Be like, hey, brother.
Hey, remember when he knocked out Frazier in 73?
No. But did you see that shot that dropped Norton in 74?
Never saw it. But remember what he did to Cooney back in 90.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like the Randy Savage WCW theme.
Some of the biggest fights in boxing history. We were out.
Foreman versus Schultz live.
Get it? We all have brain damage.
Didn't I knock you out?
Isn't that fun?
People love good food, flavored with garlic,
People
onions,
love
and
good
spices.
food,
When
eh?
it happens, bad breath. I can eat what I want because of Breath Assure, the internal breath
No,
freshener.
you can't just eat what you want. Like, you can't eat dirt.
All natural Breath Assure
You,
is long-lasting. Swallow a
can't
few
eat
of these
plastic
powerful
totes?
capsules that work from the inside.
Only licorice Nick Patrick will eat her
Breath
super
Assure.
ropes.
To order Breath Assure for $19.95, call 800-257-1234. Call now. That's 800-257-1234.
Yeah, George Kennedy is probably at home throwing shit. They're cross-advertising Winter Fresh gum against his
First of all, as you heard earlier on, during the Slamboree Control Center, Wahoo McDaniel, the first inductee into the WCW Hall of Fame this year. And, of course, his induction will come at Slamboree on Sunday, May 21st in St. Petersburg. But Mean Gene Okerlund has some inside information about the other inductees. And if he's right, it's going to be a
And if he's right,
for all of us here in
God, I hope he was wrong. I hope he was just like intentionally
Call on
wrong.
the hotline tonight until midnight. 1-900-909-9900, $1.49 a minute, and kids must get your parents' permission before you call.
George
Be sure
Kennedy
to join
sees him
Mean
with
Gene
a
on the
gun,
hotline
bam, punching
tonight
him.
until midnight, and then tomorrow, of course, beginning at midnight.
By the way, shout out to my
tonight,
SSRI
Bobby the Brain
gang.
Heenan
I
on the
totally
hotline.
forgot to
Speaking
take
of
this
Bobby the
last
Brain
week.
Heenan, he and Eric Bischoff
And it
will
took me
co-host
forever to go to
the
sleep.
main event tomorrow night at 6:05 Eastern Time here on TBS. And the main event
Yes,
will be
that
one-on-one.
guy Clint. Yeah, we talked about
It
that
will
earlier.
be
Yeah,
Arn
Gordon
Anderson
quit
against
because
Flying
of
Brian. That's one-on-one. Arn Anderson,
Angelo
Flying
Poffo
Brian,
and
6:05 Eastern
John
Time
Studd
on the
being
main event
inducted.
tomorrow, and of course,
Even
the
though they
following
surprised
week,
him
the U.S.
with his
title
own
tournament will begin, of
induction.
course, not only here
I
on
just kept
Saturday
him there
night,
for like
but
8
also
more weeks.
on the main event. So be sure to join us tomorrow night. We have our main event still to come. That is Arn Anderson and Vader against Stars and Stripes as we go to the ring here on WCW Saturday night.
Be part of the Big Bread Boat's WCW's Bruise
the
Cruise
Big
to the
Bread Boat?
Bahamas. For more information, call 1-800-726-5678.
Yeah, this thing you're talking about? Yeah, I think it was a Clinton thing. Yeah, children 38, Mr. Perfect Way. Bam. Seriously, for being like a stock song, this is perfect entrance music. So good.
Weighing 450 pounds, Vader! His tag team partner, he hails from Minnesota. Weighing 248 pounds, the World Television Champion, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
With everything going on this week,
What a team. This is sweet. And hey, Vader with a new singlet. Arn's like, you better stay off those fucking ropes. And Nick's like, you know I can't, baby.
Everyone's buzzing back there about the Ric Flair vote.
The Bear Club for men. I love that, Joe of X. The Bear Club for Men. Yeah, Harley Race had been relieved of his duties a couple months before this. He'd been in a car accident. But yeah, they were just like, we don't need you anymore, Harley. I love the period in the 90s where Marcus Bagwell would just adopt the personality of whoever he was teaming with. Like, he's with Scorpio, so he becomes like a hip-hop dancer. He's with Patriot, so all of a sudden he fucking loves America. with Scotty Riggs, so he just gets really horny for Scotty Riggs. Yeah, Bagwell's not a tall dude. He is not 6 foot. I've stood next to him before. I'm 6 foot even, and I towered over the dude.
Son of a gun protected. Nothing works better on your
But his
car
calves
than vinyl and rubber.
were excellent.
It can turn just about anything into a great-looking car.
Too Cold Scorpio started stuffing his tights.
Give it the gun with Son of a Gun. And now
Which one's the stars and which one's the stripes? Well, I don't think Bagwell was the star. Yeah, that's the thing, is Bagwell was good at making himself look taller than he was. They tried to team Bagwell with Dick Murdoch. Yeah, he just started showing up in white robes.
To get the goods, you gotta get the
hat,
WCW
yes.
catalog. Right to
Hey,
WCW
Seinfeld. Hello,
catalog,
hello.
P.O. Box 48865, Niles, Illinois 60714.
They've been trying for hours to help you find.
I always loved all the random locations WCW warehoused their merchandise out of. Never in Georgia.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
You know what? I'm gonna try these on.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Milk chocolate twice, and that great cookie crunch.
Yeah, Flair's not a big guy either. Flair's
like
maybe a little over 6 foot at most. And yeah, Flair was half a head taller than him too.
Grant Hill drinks Sprite? Grant Hill drinks Sprite.
If you want to make it to the NBA,
That's... I was gonna say.
if you want a refreshing drink,
I was gonna say, you can't be telling people, drink Sprite to get to the NBA.
Play the under the cap game, and you have a 1 in 6 chance of winning another Sprite.
I miss when this was a thing, where they would just print random letters on soda caps.
Challenge from Old Spice, because I didn't really think it
That
could
would
work better than
captivate
my
a
own
nation.
deodorant. But it does. If you don't think it's the best, call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of yours. Now you got proof. Guaranteed.
Imagine how many fucking sticks of deodorant they had to buy for people.
Nature makes flowers beautiful. At 1-800-FLOWERS, we've developed a way to make them last. Our florists use a special 10-step freshness care system. A process that increases water absorption by the flowers and provides the necessary nutrients.
Nobody gives a shit. Just
That's why
give
at
us the
1-800-FLOWERS,
flowers.
we can guarantee your arrangements will stay fresh for a week. In our
For a
business,
week.
when people tell us we're fresh,
For a
we
fucking
say,
week.
Thank you. Just call our name.
Tony
or visit our
Kornheiser.
stores.
Pardon the interruption. All right, here we go.
And we are back for action.
God, I wish Vader and Arn actually had a tag run. That would have been dope.
Of course, showing that the fans are solidly behind Stars and Stripes, the Patriot. And Marcus Bagwell, as you take a look at the television champion Arn Anderson, a lot going on. The adrenaline is really pumped. Everybody's excited.
Oh, that's a
and
shame.
If you just joined us, boy, have you missed a lot. Ric Flair has been voted back in to World Championship Wrestling. We still don't know if he's going to...
Marcus Bagwell looking like the youngest insurance agent at the agency.
We would like to get his reaction to what has happened here on this television program and the announcement of the pairings for
Nick Patrick is so pissed off that the Patriot is grabbing that rope. He wanted to grab that rope. Why? Sliding his hand.
In the dressing room area, all the wrestlers are talking.
Yeah, why are you rabble-rousing for the USA when your opponents are from Rome, Georgia, and Boulder, Colorado? How did Bagwell get such a big push during a size queen era? I don't know if I describe it as the size queen era. Answer, because he had big muscles. And again, I think he was good at portraying himself as taller than he was.
I'm sure during the week we will have some sort of update on any contracts that have been signed. Ric Flair is going to wrestle again.
Wrong audio breath. It's not good news.
Audio
for
breath.
Hogan. It's bad news for Hogan and Savage. They wanted him back. He's back.
Yeah, Arn's about to retire at the insurance agency, and this fucking kid coming in to take his desk.
Headlock applied by the enforcer Arn Anderson, the world television champion.
Because he's not the same Ric Flair, you know. He's nuts now.
I know he is.
What's dumber, is a wrestling crowd USA chants with no Americans or all Americans?
In the first round of the picked up by Benoit on a great slam. Benoit covers Arn Anderson.
I think it's dumber when there's no Americans. Because at least when it's all Americans, you got a 50% chance of getting it right.
They've been together longer. First time I ever remember Arn Anderson and Vader teaming.
Yeah, if it were Size Queen era, Scorpio would have been the champion. He would have had a Bruno run.
Anderson and Vader are pretty much individuals.
Sending Anderson back to a neutral corner.
But I sure would want Vader for a partner.
Big elbow by Anderson to the mouth. No,
I've always been conflicted about the Patriots mask. Like, I kind of think it looks cool. Oh, Arn, buddy, on your hip.
Anderson on the outside, and Vader to check out his.
But like the way the holes are cut in it, it makes him look. It makes him look like a pervert.
They've made him mad now,
and that's something they do not want to do, Brain. You're right. Here's the whip to the near side, sleeper.
Marcus Bagwell rubbing that little tuft of hair on Arn's head for good luck. I think all the WCW merchandise that wasn't sold went to a landfill and got set on fire.
Glad to see you were 1 out of 3 that time. Into a wrist lock.
Bagwell giving him a rug burn.
That maybe Sergeant Stripes would like to get the action fast and furious. Moving quickly.
Arn keeps looking like he's gigging himself. I think he's just making sure his hair's in place.
Well, like you said, they're a good fast tag team. They work very well together, but no one ever said they're the brightest two guys walking the streets.
Right hand.
Wow, Vader is older than Arn. Ooh, that was rough, Steve. That is awesome, Nathan. Imagine if Too Cold Scorpio became your stepdad. That'd be sweet.
It's time for the Brahma Bull. The big man, Vader.
452 pounds. Flair, of course, over the past couple of months has been his advisor.
Imagine how sweet it would be to have Scorpio at Thanksgiving. Just like grumbling about how fucking Misawa ripped him off on pay.
Well, maybe we'll hear from him tomorrow night on the main event. Maybe so. I'm gonna try to get him on the phone at midnight tonight.
I always love when Vader would whistle. Nobody ever talks about Vader's whistling. That motherfucker loved to whistle. He whistled so much. And he was so good at it, too. Length and volume. Ooh. Ooh. Patriots, I think, worse than Lex Luger when it comes to selling his own punches. Ooh. Bless their hearts for loving the Patriot. Hey, Patriot Missile. Yeah. Like, yeah, I knocked him down. Wait, what the fuck am I supposed to do in a wrestling match after I put a guy down? Oh! Vader is like, motherfucker, I didn't want to bump.
From left field, he nailed the Patriot. I'm surprised he didn't knock his mask off him.
What a match we are having here on this.
I don't think Mrs. Baba was into the mask.
Now look at the shape the Patriots in to come back after that beating by Vader. And still keep on, he's still fighting.
Vader down on the floor. Arn Anderson goes down low.
This has been fun. Vader and Arn are one hell of a team. This is Del Wells. This is not Tom Brandi. Ooh, I love that. That's a good ass spot.
Arn Anderson set that one up.
Hey, it's Ric Flair. Yeah! The fucking Power Rangers at the end of an episode. At the smoothie shop. Well, I mean, typically when Ric Flair appears, he's not wearing pants. Ric Flair's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. He's trying to murder the man. That is insane.
Fight fire with fire. Let him know you're back. Let him know what the Nature Boy's all about.
Ric Flair wasting no time. It took him less than a minute after he walked in the arena to
Hey, Stephen J. Neptune Man. Hello, hello. Hope you had a good nap. That's right. WCW Super Brawl had pantsless Vader. What a shitty game that was. USA. Fuck Colorado. Fuck Colorado. What? Oh, I thought Vader was going to do like a rolling crucifix. No, he just wanted to fall down on him. Yeah, it's wild how, like, once you turn heel, all the wrestlers that tried to kill you when you were a babyface are just your best friends. Like Vader and Arn, or Vader and Flair. I've never played the Game Boy game.
452 pounds bombing on the Patriot. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Patriot rolls.
Indeed, he did. Wait, what? It was a 2 count. This is a taped show. This is not live. You could have edited that out.
Send him on the outside.
Motherfucker, Nick Patrick, you suck.
Oh, I thought he had him there.
Ric Flair attacking the
Again, Ric was, I'm going to fucking kill you, Patriot. Well, stop breathing. His run-ins are unhinged.
Something's going through his mind. I think it's
like most run-ins are punch you once or I'll kick you in the once. Ric Flair's trying to strangle them. They're the North Carolina Strangler.
Well, he's no longer on the shelf. He's no longer retired. There's nothing Hogan and Savage can do. You want him back?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Vader didn't give a shit about his mask. That's why when he did that mask match in the WWF, it didn't make sense. Because Vader would just take his mask off all the time.
If Flair would get reinstated, he would come back with a vengeance. They want him like this.
I don't believe that. That's propaganda.
Yeah, like, Ric Flair's genuinely trying to murder Del Rey, and it's fucking awesome.
As the Patriot hits the ropes,
oh! I was gonna say that was a fucked up drop toe hold, but I kinda like it better than a normal one. Oh! Damn! Arn and Vader rule. Like, Vader doing the fast Arn and Tully spots with Arn. So good. So good.
You know, it's not that he's just a big man. He's a big, mean man. A big, fast, mean man.
It doesn't say a big, fat, mean man.
They're as angry and as mad as Flair as anyone.
I don't think anybody's as angry and mad as Flair is being put on the shelf since October because of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, what if Del Wilkes is just like, he just walks out of the ring, he's like, I'm done, my Adam's apple's crushed. And then he just drops over and dies. And that's not the end of the match. I'm coughing up blood.
Caught in the corner.
And that says it all, Shabani. When that man throws you in the
Shavante.
there is nowhere to go.
There's a lot of fight left.
The Hogan and Savage aren't going to be good friends. They're going to come out and split.
But he's still on his feet.
You're right, but Vader covering up.
I like this match. I like that it's still going. Oh my gosh. Vader just punched him in the head.
He was fighting that time out of the corner. He fought him all the way back to the ropes, but
yeah, that's definitely not how the Patriot turned out. It was definitely not the American Tiger mask.
And plus the man's just nothing.
That's right, Vader and Patriot were on Team America. World Police against Team Canada.
And the exchange, and here comes Arn
the WWF.
The Patriot valiantly fighting out of the corner.
And Flair's just
seriously, they are roughing the hell out of Del Rey.
Anderson sends the Patriot in. Patriot goes over the top.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I fucking love Arn. That is such a good double down spot. Him not turning around. All right, Stephen J. Neptune Man. This week in history, April 15th, 1995. The Celtics beat the Pistons in the NBA 129-104. The number one movie in America was Bad Boys. And the number one song in America, of course, Montel Jordan's This Is How We Do It. Na 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 na. Yeah, don't bump for him, Vader. Oh! Yeah, Arn's just gonna pull out the clock. at the end of the match. Yeah, Vader's like, fuck this shit. I'm not selling for you. And then you let Patriot suplex him. Oh, hey. Well, you know what? Vader didn't bump. Oh my god, Arn rules. Arn's the best. I fucking hated Bagwell's fisherman suplex. Oh! Headbutt to the tummy. And Arn tried to grab the ropes. Or not the ropes, the tights. It's Nick Patrick trying to grab the ropes. This is insane. Fuck your comp merchandise. Yeah, I hated Bagwell's suplex because he would take a back bump with it and then bridge. That seems like cheating. Brother. It's a shame this group didn't get to go longer. They just did a couple pay-per-view Delia Bobs and split up. Ah. Vader should have been a horseman. What a dope song. Oh, headbutt right. I think he kind of got him in the left nut. I don't think he got both nuts. I think he got one nut.
That's the big news. Vader's losing, so is Arn Anderson.
And when we come back on Saturday,
oh gosh, imagine how fucking bad that thing smells. I didn't see that he rubbed his armpits on it. That's disgusting. Vader's fucking armpits? Ew. That thing is brown. Dun 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 dun.
What's it like to experience?
Again, another candy commercial where they're trying to sell it as a hallucinogen.
It's the fuzzy free-for-all. Look, every Skittles combination is a new experience.
A new experience. I agree with you, Ghost of Bert Prentice. Yeah, those three, replacing Benoit and the Horseman with Vader would have been dope.
That gum's not going to wind up in the coin return, is it?
Nope.
Good.
These kids were in Little Giants with them.
Procedure for making a collect call?
Dial 1-800-COLLECT.
Good. The word's out on the street.
Yeah, what is a fucking payphone?
Phone Patrol.
Sexy junkyard man. Surprised this wasn't a wrestling gimmick.
Gun protectant. Nothing works better on your car's leather, vinyl, and rubber.
Nothing works better on your plastic ring ropes.
Nice car. Give it the gun.
Yeah, those Benoit troops.
And now give your tires a quick kick with one-step tire care.
There's fast, and then there's faster.
Why are we shouting at each other in the face?
You can clock them yourself with Eradicator's time trial. Whoa. And for rad wild stunts, Micro Machines Eradicators go looping and jumping.
Looping and jumping.
Can you make it?
Radical crash.
Micro Machines Eradicators. Once
That's not how kids talked.
Think big, play small. Micro Machines. New Eradicators playsets come with one vehicle. Other vehicles sold separately. You put it together. New from Micro Machines.
Oh, you put it together, motherfucker.
Ever have a bulb pop? And then break? Try this. Now the editors of Reader's Digest present the Family Handyman Helpful Hints, a new book with over 2,000 household hints. Hints like how the pros do a perfect caulking job. How to remove masking tape without spoiling your paint. Just use a hairdryer.
Nice try, Big
You'll
Potato.
learn tricks of the trade. Why you should use vegetable oil to clean up after painting. Why you should keep postage stamps in the freezer. Even a simple ingredient you can add to ordinary flat wall paint so that the dirt wipes right off.
It's called vodka.
Now preview the Family Handyman Helpful Hints for 7 days free. Just call 1-800-257-1234.
Sell anything in books.
Keep it and pay 3 installments of $8.33 each, or return it and owe us nothing. Just call 1-800-257-1234.
Take it to fucking Kinko's and copy it.
Get ready for Air TBS when the Michael Jordan Show flies into Miami for a big-time Monday night matchup.
Imagine how shitty of a talk show the Michael Jordan Show would be.
Only on TBS. Monday night just got bigger.
Next on TBS,
Blue
shipwrecked on a small
Lagoon.
island, two young people learn what it takes to survive and to love. Brooke Shields, Blue Lagoon, next on TBS.
Yeah, fucking 12-year-old nudie scene.
WCW Saturday Night has been
All
brought
you
to in
wrestling
part by
weirdo
Twix
perverts.
cookie bars. It's one great snack after another. Twix.
Tonight, lost in a world all their own,
Promise you'll always be with me.
they must teach
God
themselves how to love.
How
Brooke
the
Shields,
fuck did this get
Christopher
made?
Atkins, The Blue Lagoon. 8:05 Eastern tonight on TBS.
Oh, again, right after, I'm going to save my comment.
Well, you hear the chant of Hogan, but I tell you, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better, more intense tag.
Vader jump scare. At least this seems like it was actually recorded after the match, unlike every other promo.
Hogan! The end has begun. You have begun your destiny to the end of your wrestling career. That's right, brother. You're looking at it. The three most feared wrestlers in the game today. Between the two of us.
If anybody else cut this promo, you'd think they were drunk as hell. Come here, my friends. We're the three most dangerous wrestlers, brother.
Everybody that I come in contact with is said. When's the Nature Boy coming
Everybody that I've come in contact with has suddenly gotten a blood-borne pathogen disease. Yeah, Ric Flair's got the little Dutch boy haircut going on here. Again, more bros rubbing each other's traps.
We're back together. You call us whatever you want to. I have felt the fury of Vader, and I didn't like it.
Can you guys be the happy team since the other guys won't be?
And when I'm with blood, somebody has had a bad day. Hogan! Hogan! Hogan!
Oh God! Even Arn was doing it. That's so cute.
Reinstated, reunited, and baby,
God, imagine how gross Flair's shirt's gonna be after Vader's grabbing all over him.
and Hogan, you're out. Live with it. Dream about it. Think about it. Every day of your life. I'm back now, and you're out.
He's Max now? The happy team versus the questionable haircut team. Can't hear a word they're saying. Hey, Tony Schiavone's back there. Yeah, I fucking love Arn getting into it.
Promotional consideration paid for by the
All right, so that's it for the show part this week. Again, Off the Grid is this Sunday, and that's Friday, not this Sunday. Do not go watch WrestleMania or something else that's better than WrestleMania on Sunday. Here's what we'll be watching Friday at 9 p.m., YouTube and Twitch both, for Off the Grid with an old friend.
Guys who dream of success and fortune, who see themselves driving expensive sports cars, running hand in hand down the beach with beautiful deaf mutes.
All right, I need to sit up. So that is that's Friday, not Sunday. Fuck, why do I keep saying Sunday? That's Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch. Off the Grid. Should be the last Friday off the grid for a long time. But again, thank you everyone for hanging out with me for the last couple of hours during WCW Deep Cuts Live. I always appreciate you all hanging out with me, give me a couple hours of your Tuesday night. You could be doing a lot of other things. Thanks everybody for the kind words about the new aesthetics of WCW Deep Cuts Live. So I appreciate you all. Again, I'm back Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, WCW Deep Cuts Live. But before I go, like I always like to say at the end of these things, even if you don't make it here next Tuesday, As much as I'd love to have you here, and I hope you do come here next Tuesday. I understand sometimes life happens. Even if you don't make it here next Tuesday, I just want you to make it to next Tuesday. 7 days. That's all I'm asking. And my name is Tom. This is WCW Deep Cuts Live. It is 11:07 on the East Coast. Go to bed.